Hey everybody! Welcome back to the Adventures in Silvernell, the homebrewed fantasy world setting for our weekly game of Dungeons & Dragons 5e. I'm Scott Nicholson, your game master for the evening, and this is episode 9 of Dragontooth Academy. We're killing it! Let's say hello to our players. Michael Jackson.
We're killing someone.
Erica Webb.
Hello.
Tanner Messer.
Hey.
Ben Dale.
Hi, I'm just a guy.
And returning special guest, he's Tailor, Bardsley.
What up?
This is a campaign of raw-dogged college-level evil, and that means it's rated R for deceit, foul language, and very cheeky tactics. Welcome back to Dragontooth Academy. Welcome back, everybody. Last time on episode 8. What a big episode. The student council elections. Haroldine Flowers tried to kill Aviv Trath, but in her path actually tried to destroy Bognak and Penny and B. Luckily, because Bognak, buying a weird item at level 1, was able to bust through the damn door. And you saw her turn to stone, Professor Inger, turn her to stone, and also turn to stone Kincaid, the Conqueror. Aviv Trath was elected president of the student council. Penny was elected Varagrim representative. Bognak was voted in as the barreled horn representative. And what else happened last time? Let's see. Zanzibar Royd moved out of the dorm room. Woot woot.
Thank God.
And most importantly, everyone went to level 3. Before we begin, eventually we will jump through 4 weeks into the future. But before we do, I will give everybody an opportunity to tell me, is there anything you'd like to explore in these 4 weeks? I'm just going to go down the line as everyone's on my camera. I will start with B. What are you doing in 4 weeks?
B is working really, really hard with Penny now, knowing that like tests are coming up and things like that. Trying to get those reading comprehension skills and just the reading skill in general a little higher. And I feel like she has also been working with Penny a lot too when it comes to Venom Run, training for that, hoping to eventually be able to play by herself on the team.
Okay, cool. What did we have you roll last time for the reading? Was it an intelligence check?
Which is so rude.
Let's roll an intelligence check.
But rude. He's setting us up for failure. Neither got intelligence. Rude.
That was actually a 19.
Oh, B knows all 4-letter words now.
Let's go.
B is totally learning, so her next adventure will be into 5-letter words. So
Nice.
You've come a long way from eating notes and shitting out clues. Anything else in this 4 weeks?
That's it for me. She really realized I was holding her back, so that was her main focus right now.
All right, going down the line, Bognak T. Bruiser.
All right. So I've got my list of things. The main thing I really want is to become friends with Breezer. So I'm gonna go to him. I'm gonna start by buying. What's so funny?
Because I just like you. I think this is the 3rd time you've approached him. I just imagine you just like keep going back to the desk like Breezer, and he's just like this guy.
Yeah, well, no, I come bearing gifts. I think.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go get. Because last time we talked, he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to educate you more." You seem very uneducated.
That's right.
And I was like, "Oh, great!" So I imagine he and I have like set some time up for him to just like run me through the history of Asgrath and just sit and talk about it. And one thing I am gonna buy from him, I buy a bucket and a bag of sand, and I'm gonna do like a rock tumbler, just like a crank, and make my own rock tumbler in my room, and
Okay.
try and find shiny black rocks and form the shape of like, again, small black dragons all formed together. So now it's a bit more concise to his image. So
Sweet. All right, you have that price in front of you.
I do. It's 5 copper pieces, and we just said a bag of sand. Guess a bag of caltrips.
How much is
Like-
that caltrips?
1 gold. Does that seem reasonable?
Is that that price? Is that the medium
That's
price?
normal. That's the normal price. Yes.
And you have the
Yes.
normal relationship with him?
As of now, yes.
Sure. 1 gold.
Cool.
I'm feeling good.
And the bucket. Yeah, 1 gold in the bucket. And so I'm gonna do that, and over the 4 weeks, and just like bring that to him, be like, yeah, like, is this good? Like, you know, I've been learning a lot in our lessons, our religion lessons.
All right, as he is teaching about the amazing Asgarath that really, people don't want you to know this, but actually destroyed the Second Coming and those stupid people. But, you know, a lot of people don't know the actual truth. Roll a persuasion check on your listening skills. Let's see if you can persuade him that you care.
I do care. I wouldn't be doing this. I didn't
Let's
care.
see.
How do you beat them and still lose? What?
That's a 16.
He's really impressed with your dedication to the Gospels of Asgarath. In fact, he looks forward to talking to you about this over and over again. Maybe you two could create something huge for Asgarath. But in the meantime, 1 positive relationship point with Breezer.
Yes, thank God. That's what I've been wanting. I've been wanting that since first week. I've got a list of things I want to buy from him now for cheap, because we have the good relationship. So I'm gonna
Perfect.
buy more wood, which I don't have a price for the wood. Cheaper. It was, I think, 4 gold for a beam before.
We'll do 2 gold.
2 gold, love it. And then I'm going to buy 2 shovels, 2 miner's picks. If we go back to the last session where I said I would like to buy a shovel.
Yes.
Okay. Smithing tools,
Okay.
a longbow,
God, it's great to make money.
and 2 javelins.
Ooh, weapons too. Okay, how much is all that in total?
All in total, and this is like over the course of the 4 weeks, I guess I'm saying. So I'll start off by buying the smithing tools and like some of the other stuff, but by the end of it, this is all the stuff I'm gonna have bought. I just didn't want to come back. to
Okay,
this.
so in the 4 weeks, you get 28. You
Yeah.
get 56 gold pieces in 4.
And I already had
weeks.
40, so this is only 58 gold.
Cool.
All this stuff is running. So 59 actually, 2 shovels. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing there.
We'll say you buy the wood first, so that he has time to order it, and now you have it.
Yeah, and the smithing tools as well, because that's going to come into, like, that's one of the things I want to get early. Another thing I want,
Alrighty then.
and thank you, and then we talk about the Gospel of Asgarath for a solid 15 minutes, and I leave. I wanted to give Aviv the dates that Findaga had, and see if there's a way he can get them safely. Because if not, Bognak has a plan to get that information out, but he wants to make sure that that's something that Aviv would want out first, or that Findaga.
He wants to know how you found that.
B shit it out.
How?
I
Where did
don't
B
know.
find it to put it in?
That's a question you're gonna have to ask B.
All right, we got to cut over for a second because we got 4
Okay.
weeks. He's gonna find you, B. B, are you in this Aviv Trath group?
Yeah.
Okay, where did you find that note he asked you?
Little annoying girl, big ears, a mousy type one. Yeah, I stole it from her and ate it.
Messy girl. What? How, you stole it from her in her dorm?
No, we were out in like the common area.
At death's door?
Mm-hmm.
She could have found it there. Okay, because I'm just wondering because, well, never mind.
He just shrugs and walks away. B does not care.
Bognak, we need to destroy this, but first I need to see what this is.
To be fair, I did not physically have the note. Well, I guess I did write it down in the moment, but not the original one.
Oh, there's more evidence of this note?
I think it got swept away with B's poop. So unless
You want
somebody
my
else
advice? You go down those drains and you make sure it is destroyed. If anyone gets a sense that you have these dates, you have a memory from the headmaster. Those are off limits. They look into that.
Why do they put that in there in the first place? It just seems a little counterproductive.
We need to see what this is.
Do we want everybody to see what this is, or do we want us to see what this is?
We need to see what it is, but we need one more person. I can get us in. Who's someone we can trust with this? We need one more.
I know a guy.
I don't trust that reporter friend of yours.
Not that one. I know a guy, really bald. Could probably help us out. You might know him.
Tailor? I thought Tailor was a follower of Artheon.
I don't think things have been great with him since the whole he killed our teammate thing, and this is his last year to win the championship, Rudy style. So
it's 4 weeks. They're gonna approach you, Tailor.
yeah.
Tailor, you're on the Fendiga train.
What now? The who do you what now? The
Artheon Boo.
No, screw that guy.
No, wait, no, yeah, Artheon Boo.
Yes.
Yeah, no, screw that guy. No, I mean, this has been a goal of mine for so long, actually, that my victory in Venomrun has been 4 years in the making, and seeing Artheon ruin our chances like this was not ideal. So anything to screw that guy over will.
What if we
I'm cool with it.
see something in these memories that is more than just anti-Artheon? What if it becomes anti-establishment?
I've never been about the establishment. You know how many people want hair on their heads nowadays? Like, can you imagine? Like, no. I grew up with only shininess. We called ourselves the bald and the beautiful when I was a kid, for a reason. So, if I was running Silver now, I would say it is a requirement to have the correct haircut. Anyway, I'm ranting too much about this, but hopefully you get the point. Yeah, screw the establishment. I'm down for any information I can get.
Aviv sets a time just before everyone really is supposed to go back to their dorms. Not a lot of people check out that room except for Artheon, the Corridors of Remembrance. And by check out, I mean like literally rent it out. And you guys get it. He is going to stick something on the wall right outside that looks exactly like a stone. And he's just going to tell you it's just a little camera. Or it looks for him. He can see it.
I've got somebody that can watch too.
Bognak. A glowing ghost. That might give it away.
Yeah.
He's going to say, he's going to unlock it for you guys to go into the quarters. Remember, it's dark. Beads are everywhere. And do you want to say the memory?
I do want to say the memory. I have one from Culverlack and one from Fatal. Which one do we want?
Start with the Culverlack one.
Okay.
Start with Culverlack? Okay. So, 115 AGW, Rebel Tavern, Greyhawk, Culverlack.
A little memory, glowing white, shines bright in the big well, looks like koi fish of memories. And he plucks it out and just like sits in his hand, and the two pedestals light up, and he says, you know, if this is a laundry of memory, it could be dangerous. No offense, but I'm probably the strongest out of all of us.
It's a Culverlack one. The Laundria is a different one.
Oh.
But they're probably equally dangerous. I mean, yeah, no, I'm not going in there.
Okay, you'll still be able to see. You just won't be able to interact. And if I get in trouble, it'll be up to you to step off that pedestal and end the memory.
I got you.
Boom, boom. You guys get on the pedestal. He throws the memory. The whole room changes to this very quiet, very cold, like tundra tavern. You can hear the wind coming through the cracks. And it's very faded. It's almost like you're looking through a dark mist. Like you can barely see. There's some figures in front of you, and you feel the cold. You just hear You see in the middle of this huge summoning circle, there's blood all over the floor. Kovralak's on his knees. Candles lit all the way around. Laundria Fatale stands in front of him with this like pyramid statue that melts into this black goo in her hands before it evaporates. All the professors stand in the summoning circle around. Evening Plume, Inger, Sazmath, Trevels, Rosh, Thumbrist. Laundria starts to explain to him. Noctra is dead. The Bastion Kingdom lost in its pursuit of evil. The Dragonborn have all vanished from the world, and you, Kovralak, were assassinated 17 years ago. You were dead. Kovralak he begins to talk, and she says, you are one of the top villains ever to wreak havoc in this world, and your story is famous. So we have brought you back for a purpose. We have chosen you and these other villains to make something truly evil. The world has gone soft, Kovralak, and you are needed against this intolerable wave of heroes and their academies. He looks around. He just nods his head at her to continue. And she tells him they all want to stay at the Bastion Castle, but it is encased in ice, and they don't know how it works on the inside. With his help, they can probably get inside, reset it up, and that will be their hideout until they can find somewhere to go. And it's not all lost. They have found the last Dragonborn on Earth, and his name is Olivine. This Dragonborn has disappeared. All the Dragonborn in the world disappeared due to a powerful wish spell. And Olivine is the product of all those Dragonborn memories in one being. It's like the swing of the pendulum. His mind grows a year every day. Right now he is 15 years old, but mentally he is 1,365 years old. And together, him, her, and all the teachers in him, we will protect each other until she has an idea for a place called Dragontooth. And they can all live in the castle. He agrees. Laundria gets down and bites into his cheek, killing him, but giving him the option again to become one of them, is what she says. And he agrees. And as she drinks his blood, you see his skin kind of like go a little pale and icy blue. And he looks around as they all reveal on their cheek where they were bitten, except for Sazmath, and he's just like, bone. And Olivine, this like younger looking Dragonborn, maybe like a teenager, but like he's got lots of cloth over top, very like the dude from Star Wars, Palpatine. Yeah, Palpatine. He like walks over this teenage kid and takes Kovralak out of the room. You see your buddy Aviv looking around a corner trying to stay hidden. And as soon as Kovralak and them go out of the door, the room starts to fade to black, and there becomes oogies everywhere. And Aviv just
jump off. I throw myself off.
Okay, the memory ends.
Oh.
He just stares at you guys. What the fuck did that even mean? Scared me.
I don't know, but has anybody ever seen this guy? Is there any reference to this teenager? He's not even a teenager anymore. What was it, 100 years ago? 115 AGW. So
it was 115 years ago.
So that, I mean, he'd be Bognak's not great at math, but he's going to try real hard, and he's like at least 10,000 years old. I'm just going to throw that out there. At least 10,000 years old. But I don't know how long Dragonborn lived. Would he still be alive? Did they not give him the same thing? Because they all look the same in that memory, don't they? None of them have aged 115 years. There's one more memory. It's a couple years later. Let's check it out.
He finds the memory. Huh?
Has Tailor seen any of this, or is he like able to see it?
Yeah. You see all of that. You saw all of that happen.
We see it from the pedestal. We're just not in the memory.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Does he remember Olivine at all? Like, does Taylor aware of him?
Nope.
Okay.
No, that's
Gotcha.
all those people were foreign except for the teachers. And actually, you would recommend Professor Foombrist. He was the teacher since you've been here. The students killed him last year.
Would he recommend him, Scott?
Huh?
Was he that good if the students killed him? Would he recommend him?
I don't know. That's a personal question.
You said recommend, not remember.
Oh, would they? Oh, gotcha. I had no idea what you were talking about.
I recommend him for what? Just in general.
Also,
Good recommendation.
so Bognak's like, we don't have. Let's go up and let's go ahead and hurry. One more. 117 AGW, Summit Sentry Room, Landria Fatale.
Boom, boom, pedestal, throws the memory from the well. The room changes. You're in a big, room with huge windows all the way around in this big circle. Light pours in. It's just silhouettes in front of you, basically, where there's this big pinnacle of a chair. Just got like loops along the back. It's all in silhouette, and you hear a deep voice. And you just see Landria standing there. Her hair is not super short. It's actually about down to her ears, kind of tucked behind her ears. She looks very sweet. And you just see her toe is tapping, and her finger is tapping her side as she stands there, and she just straightens out her hands and tries to stop her hands from flinching. And you hear the guy say, Landria, we have decided to approve the Dragontooth Juvenile Detention Center under the condition that you will be in charge of it. You hear some mumbling. She kind of looks down for a second and looks up. I will do my best to serve Summit and rid this world of evil, starting at the roots of our children. I will be fair, and I will make sure they stay alive to avoid the new wave of necromancy magic that is legal in Silvernell. And they say, we trust you, Landria. We've known you for a long time, and you've been very loyal and kind. She reminds everybody that killing isn't the answer, but prolonging death. Yeah, that's what I just said. She says she's going to choose a location far away to place it. She'll build it herself over time, and that she won't tell anybody where it is. She must come back weekly to Summit to give updates on the prison and if it's working and what's going on. So a weekly report. And she will be aided by the ancient black dragons that live at the Emerald Ruins. And as they, as you see Aviv kind of hiding, you just kind of hear him whisper, "Who is that guy? Who is that guy?"
Do I know?
Roll a perception check.
Deep voice. 9.
Silhouette is strong. What about you, Taylor?
Come on, Taylor. You're so
Let's see.
wise.
I'm so wise. I got a 17.
Taylor is used to the reflections of light bouncing off bald heads, so he can look right through that shit. And there's a plaque on the front of it that says, Dugai Hallowchild.
Son of a bitch.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, I'm gonna communicate this to Bognak.
Cool. All right, assuming that is what it is, anything else in your 4 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. Because that kind of jumped in. I wasn't expecting us to deep dive into that, but yeah, we got it. That was very good information, and I'm sure we'll talk about that with the other Aviv people. I wanted to talk to, I'll skip the stonemason thing for now, but I'll go ahead and talk to Taylor after that. So like after we have that moment, I think I want to talk to Taylor about deeper Venom run plans and things, which Taylor will probably handle on his turn. But first, I want to be like, hey, thanks for your help, man. And if you don't mind, there's something that I've been working on for you, and something that I think, if you trust me. And Bognak's gonna pull out the same quill and nail, or the same nail and ink pen. He's be like,
Give him
I
a
just, he's like, do you mind if I give you a tattoo, friend?
Tattoo? I have been wanting a new tattoo for quite a while. All of my other tattoos are hidden.
Sleight of hand check.
Go ahead and plaster that right here.
Ooh.
19. That's a 19.
Oh, that's the best tattoo you've ever given, dude.
It's the best tattoo ever. With a nail. I'm just like,
What is it?
What is it, Tailor?
What is it? I would like you to give me a couple of scissors in my head, please.
That will look like a bow in your hair.
That's it.
Make them look menacing, though, please.
Very scary scissors. Got it. And, just with the art style already, with just a nail, it's gonna look very scary.
Cool.
So do that, and then I also am gonna give you a bracelet.
A friendship bracelet.
Yeah, but yours is gonna be the first one I've tried of this kind. I smelted some silver coins. Scott, you can determine the amount, how many silver coins I had to smelt for this. But I wanted it to be nice and reflective, so I did that and ran it through the rock tumbler. So it's a really nice shiny bracelet, like a mirror on your wrist.
Ooh. Well, Taylor's obviously very touched by this. It's been a while since I've had someone on my side who, is bald. And so
Again,
it's right, correct. Close enough. So thank you for these gestures.
And
Baldnak.
You're the only other one that's taken my tattoo and friendship bracelet, so I'll tell you this. I've got a heist kind of deal. I know you've been spending a lot of your money on Venom Run for us. I know you're tapped dry. I wanted to bring you and B on an adventure. There's a labyrinth somewhere in the school. We got to find it. But if we find it, there should be treasure.
Wait. Back up here. Did you say B?
Yeah, you know B.
B, with the wild hair.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk to you about, man. Maybe, if you don't go for her hair, really appreciate it. She really loves the hair. It's like a bag.
You understand what you're asking of me here. I have been trying my best to avoid that person the entire time since you've arrived, because my natural bald tendencies are so strong, and seeing that wild piece of amazing hair on her with so much to discover underneath, how am I supposed to hold myself back?
I'm going to clasp one of the arms. I'm just going to look at him and be like, if you spare B's head, she can help you bald so many more people.
I can't promise anything, but I'll speak.
Then we're gonna talk about if you're gonna get a 4-week time jump, what you're gonna do in that time period as well.
8 silver piece on that bracelet, by the way.
That's
silver.
fine. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm throwing money. Let's go.
So Taylor is going to buy a poison kit.
Okay.
And
do you already get the price of that in the? Oh, if you're gonna buy anything from the store first, you got to roll a persuasion check with Breezer. We'll assume you did this years ago.
Gotcha. All right.
And you've never talked to him again.
Yeah.
It's true. All right, persuasion. I got a 15.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna give you a good deal. So if you are looking at our list of store prices, he will sell everything to you in the cheap column.
Okay.
If you do not have
I don't have it up right now.
I got you. Ben has it always.
It's 50 GP. I looked it up earlier.
50?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the cheap one?
That actually 30 is the cheap one.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me go back to it.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, and he's also going to be spending his time in these 4 weeks befriending or attempting to befriend the dinner demons in the kitchen. And he's also, hopefully he's making some progress with that. But hopefully learning a little bit of what they want, what their whole deal is.
Okay, so you're also in the furnace, which is like basically the great corridors of where everyone eats. It's called the furnace because there's a big furnace. Creative. But yeah, those demons deliver the food every day, so you can stop them and talk to them.
Okay. Am I going to actively be talking to them, or am I just?
What are you trying to talk to them about? Because they're working.
I'm just trying to develop good relation, but mostly I'm trying to find out if there's anything that I can give them to benefit them.
Roll an insight check.
Right. Insight. All right. That's an 18.
They love bones.
Bones.
They
Cool.
love to build with bones. They love to live in bones. They love to wear bones if you give them bones.
Okay. And the last thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be researching a way to use the acid that I use to bald people into a potion that if people consume it, they will lose their hair. And so I don't know how progress would be on that, but I want to spend some time researching that.
Oh,
Is it possible?
well, I don't really have a relationship point with you with Trevels right now, but that's probably like the quickest way. If you sit here and try to like come up with a potion and you just bought a potion kit, we'll be here 9 years before you make leeway. Roll a persuasion check with Maya Trevels. And if it's good enough, she'll just recommend something. Or we'll say she had taught you in class, because you've had her too.
Okay. Gotcha. 21.
Yeah, she definitely teaches you how to make a potion with someone who's bald. You're going to need... Let me get my ingredients. Okay, you're going to have a hair of that person. Okay. You're going to need raptor blood, like Velociraptor.
Okay.
And you're going to need a piece of bread with all the like a slice of bread, but all of the edges have to be chewed off.
They have to be chewed, or can they be cut?
It has to be chewed.
Okay. I don't know why that was important, but it just...
Trevels is going to tell you, if you don't chew them, if you cut them, you will invert the spell and cover them with hair.
We don't want that.
It's a twofer.
Right.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. We're kind of going in like a circle on my screen, so we'll just go ahead and go to Tanner.
It jumped away from before I could do the woke stuff.
What did you want to do?
Quick. The woke stuff. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Finish your woke stuff, and then
the woke stuff.
get to Tanner.
Then we get to Tanner. I'm so sorry.
So patiently sitting there.
I wasn't expecting the date thing to take so long. The wokes. Basically, now that I can smelt things, I'm going to start smelting rings for wokes, and we've talked about that. Basically, the cost is 1 gold coin to make like 1 nice ring.
Okay.
And the market value of these rings is 5 GP. I'm going to sell them to him for 3 GP. So I'm just going to go up to Wokes.
Cool.
Let's just say I've made like... And we haven't talked about crafting time, but you said once I make the mold, it'll take a few hours over 4 weeks. Let's just say I made like 10 of these bad boys. Just conservative. Or roll for it.
Well, I want to roll for the mold. Just give me...
Would it just be smithing tools?
Yeah, but what is the smith tools? Is it dexterity?
It might just be. Let's just click and see. No, it just puts it up there. I feel like smithing tools.
Hold on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you either. It's just a tool proficiency, and then you can add. Typically, the way tool proficiency works is like you add it to another check. So if you want to make it like a sleight of hand or something.
Okay, sure. Do a sleight of hand with your.
It's like an expertise basically when you have.
Yeah, that's fair. Sleight of hand.
Okay. So sleight of hand.
Sure, someone will be in our comments be like, "Nah, it's wrong."
I don't know. 8
total.
Good. The +2 from smithing tools. So.
Okay. They're not beautiful rings, but it's something. And because you're undercutting the price, he's going to definitely accept. How many are you making?
Let's just say 10 for now. Like I don't know how long.
All right.
It takes,
Yep. You're continuing to build a relationship. No points with the weird-looking rings, but he's just going to tell you like. Keep this up and get them better, and we could have something.
And yeah, I'll just tell him too. I'm like, hey, yeah, I've I'm selling these to you. Is there a chance for? Sorry, my dog's trying to get on mic. Is there a chance for any sort of like discount on these items, or do you know somewhere else I can maybe look to look and get some magic items now while I'm still making money?
I mean, he's going to tell you he's only got a handful, but he sells them cheaper than Breezer.
And Breezer, is there anywhere else in the school that you know of?
To buy things? Mm-mm.
Or just acquire them?
I mean, you can put your ear out for people who might like have them in their rooms. You can steal them from them, but I just recommend buying them from me. I ain't going to recommend you steal.
Okay. So there's not like a magic wardrobe or something.
No, I mean, like, Professor Trevel's has, like, a little closet up in the hothouse full of, like, tons of ingredients for stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks anyway, Wilkes. I appreciate it, man. I'll just keep working it up, and I'll get you some better rings. This mold isn't my best work.
You got it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right,
that's it for
Yumi.
me.
Alrighty. So there's a few things I'm wanting to get done in this 4 weeks. I think the first one I'll discuss. So it's one of the stories I'm going to be running in the Bleed,
Okay.
and it's about lust and loss. What's going on in the love lives of people in society that we're stuck in right now?
I'm interested.
Let's make something out of it. So I'm running a story on Penny and Mortenzal, saying how, are they dating? I'm pretty sure they're dating. And like, just doing this. Then I'm going to do one of Unarin and Wolfhard, where Wolfhard does an interview of him confessing he murdered Unarin because he was cheating on him, just to like really drive in, like, Wolfhard, you're still fucking crazy. Like,
Okay.
you don't even know. Then I'm going to run one on Bognak and B, and if they have a secret love relationship that no one knows about, since they're always together, and we just think there's something there, honey. We just think there's something there. And then
chaos in your life, Bognak.
And then the other one I'm going to do is of Artheon and Jessamine. And is there drama in their relationship now since Artheon didn't get the election?
All right, let's start with what you know. You know Penny. Are you doing an interview as Mortenzell?
Yes.
Okay, performance check. With advantage if you're wearing your disguise, which you do, so advantage. Just, I need it.
20 on that.
Ooh, yeah, Penny has amassed a lot of, like, people who trust her. She's very, like, interesting and move on. There's no, like, she's not gone out of her way to really help you at school, but she also has not even stepped a toe out to hurt you. So when they hear these stories about Penny, everyone's wondering, like, is it true? And Penny does spend a lot of time with Mortenzal training with Cleonile, so people are starting to buy this story. It's starting to be a rumor around the school. Some people are happy for him. All right.
Nice.
Now let's go to number 2. Let's go to Unarin and Wolfhard. You don't even need to roll anything. Everything has happened already with the stories. That story running, people are watching Wolfhard. People think he's crazy, and he has gone crazy. He is wandering the school. I mean, he's like, even Will is like, Bognak, the weirdo. And he's just like in the corner, like, yeah. So he's going to have disadvantage rolls on his Venom Run performances now in his games.
Great.
Now let's move up to what I consider the funniest one. Let's go to Bognak B. What are you doing with this one? Convincing everyone that they're together?
No, like, is there a secret romance going on that no one knows about? Because we always see them together. They be walking everywhere.
Any interviews as them?
Yeah, so I'm going to be B in this one.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, like, have someone run up and, like, spurt, like, interview B, being like, are you with Bognak? Are you with Bognak?
Okay. All right. Roll a performance check. You're so wise. And B, no offense, B. You rolled the stats. So it's like, yeah, performance just to, like, try to not be smart in your answers, just to be like, well, they're dumb.
19.
Good God, this is why you're on the bleed. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is certain. People are really like, the squad is coming together in people's minds, especially those two. You're hearing some rumors. Even the demons are saying it to Tailor downstairs at the furnace. Give me bones. It sucks be seeing someone. I really like her. Okay, the rumor has completely started.
Literally, why? I'm so disgusting. Like, why am I the most sought after person in this whole thing?
We'll talk about Bognak's taste later, honey. We'll get into that one later.
And now for probably what'll be a bomb. What are you doing with this interview with Jessamine and Artheon?
So I think I'm just gonna like initiate some tension between the two, and I'm gonna be Jessamine in this one. And the way I'm gonna go about it is just like make little sly comments and stuff like that. Like nothing too misleading, but like put little drops of oil in the water, you know, just to
Yeah.
like have something start.
Okay, performance check as Jessamine.
$21.
Yeah, it's so Artheon is having a bad time in these 4 weeks, guys. The fact that he did not win president, and now we're kind of seeing that his father is someone high in Summit who gave Laundria these orders. We've heard about him maybe having control to do what he wants. Someone just took away the silver spoon from the rich kid, and he's making chaos. Like, he's not nice to people in the hallway. Hallowed children are getting more violent to prove that they're just like him. Things are getting really tense, even more so. And you saw Jessamine and Artheon in a fucking fight in the hallway, like going at it. And you hear Jessamine being like, it's not me. Like, I wouldn't even say those words. Some of those words I don't even know. And he's just like, oh, whatever. You're just like fucking B. Run off to Bognak and all those fucking Fendagal lovers. And she's just like,
Oh my god.
they're going at it. But then, like, another day, you see them, like, mad making out just straight up on the stairs, blocking people.
Oh yeah. I have no doubt.
But it's definitely caused tension. You've put ice in that pond, the frozen pond.
Okay. And after doing that and seeing how things have like been kind of playing out, I want to like befriend Jessamine a bit more during this 4 weeks.
Okay.
And like kind of
Nate.
do that.
You really find her in a moment of vulnerability. She's drinking. Tails is like leaning back in the bar, like, I think you've had enough. And she's just like, give me another, you fucking lizard bitch. You're so ugly. You don't even have anybody. I'm so pretty and I can't even have others. What are you doing in her moment of vulnerability?
I'm just like, Jessamine, are you okay? What's going on right now?
She's just gonna say, you wouldn't understand, like, literally someone's out to get her, and she's gonna find out who it is, and she's gonna fucking destroy him. And she thinks she has an idea, but she just needs to get herself together and, like, ew, get away.
I'm just going to remind her that people do that. They impersonate beautiful people to deteriorate beauty, not to let her beauty deteriorate, because look at her. I know what beauty is. Look at me. We're the same in this respect, Jessamine and I.
Persuasion check.
23.
She's not gonna, like, bitch at you in the hallway or tell Artheon to do anything to you, but if someone's talking shit about you, she's definitely gonna bring up how at least you have some semblance of recognition of beauty. Have one reluctant positive relationship point with Jessamine.
Yeah.
But, like, literally, ew, and she's gonna leave. And she's gonna turn back, and she's gonna be like, you need to be careful who you align yourself with. Shit's going down, and you don't want to be on the wrong side, despite what my boyfriend may say about me, or what he might believe in, these false rumors. He will destroy those followers of Fendagal.
Trust me, honey. We're on the same page.
She's walking back in the room. What? No. You're part of that squad. Those Fendaga fuckers who helped Aviv Trath become president. Oh, and now you're going to try to switch sides on me and take a moment of my vulnerability and twist it against me?
Listen, let's not twist anything here. What you're doing is projecting right now, and I'm not about to take that. I can spit straight facts at you about what went down, and you would have no idea what happened. Yeah, I'm stirring the pot, and you have no idea what I'm doing or what I'm capable of. So before you come at me, check yourself, girl, because we may be playing the same side, and I could be very beneficial in the long run.
Intimidation check.
Or the friendship bracelet.
Yeah, do you have the friendship bracelet on?
16.
Oh my
No, I don't have it
God.
on.
Fucking Yumi.
I made a charisma character!
She tells you
Period.
She tells you that she's meeting up with Artheon later that night in the corridors of her remembrance when he's going to take her to the Asmar Plains and they're going to ride camels. And before they go in there, you should probably just like, happen to be at the doors and wake him up, and she'll, introduce you to him. Because right now...
I'm definitely going to do that.
Okay, let's say that time comes around in that 4 weeks, and you meet Artheon, who's like already like the first question he asks you is, "Who'd you vote for?"
You?
Oh yeah, like the other squad, like your friends.
See, this whole concept of the squad is really puzzling to me because, as far as I'm concerned, they don't even trust me. So there's no mutual trust there.
Lose them.
What I'm doing, lose them? For what?
I want to take them down, but you know what? Your friendship can actually be helpful. And he's gonna reach into like his jacket pocket, and he's gonna pull out this small silver piece, just a silver piece. And he's gonna say,
Okay.
Just give that to the girl. There's two of them. Give it to B.
Yeah.
He's gonna say, give it to B, and then when they fucking go in and learn about Aviv Trath, we'll spy on them. Then you'll show us you're with us. Then you can be a hallowed child.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to do that.
Find me anytime. Okay, so they're going on their date to the Asmar Plains in the Corridors of Remembrance. Are you doing that within that 4 weeks? That coin thing, or are you waiting?
Yeah. I'm gonna like...
How are you approaching this?
Be like, hey B, I think it's my turn to help you with bath this week. Do you need help with that?
Says, come on.
So I just like start doing B's hair, and I'm like, this shit. And I take my silver piece, and I'm like, oh B, I found a lucky silver piece in your hair. You want me to put it back there?
Like, it's like
You can hold tight to it?
Yeah. She's trying to grasp
Yeah?
it with her hands, though. Like, she's like turning around, like grabbing for it like a little kid.
I'll hand it to B. I'm like, you can put that in your hair and keep it.
He like takes a little bite out of it, checking it, and then stuffs it back in the side of the head.
Perfect. Anything else, Yumi?
That'll be all I do during the 4 weeks.
Penelope.
Hey. Okay, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's the rumors going around. For one, Penny and Mortenzau and Clea now, who have been factually hanging out like nonstop together for the last 4 weeks, more so than they were doing before. But Penny hears this rumor. I guess Mortenzau probably approaches her about it, and she seems super unsurprised, and she's like, "Oh, honey, don't worry. If people are talking about us, that means we're doing something right. And if we're going to be on the top, at least they know who to look at. And we know where we stand. You and I have nothing going on. But they don't have to know that. And give the people what they want. Why not flaunt it? We're the best thing around the freshman class. Might as well use it, right? So,
Ooh.
what do you say we play along and you and I are now together?" And she kind of laughs and puts a hand out.
To Mortenzau?
Yeah. And she's like not flirting with her. She's like just like saying like, this is a great arrangement for us. Like, we know we're not romantically interested in each other, but if they think we are, that makes us look better if we're
Where
trying
are
to
you
run
when
the
you're
school.
saying this to him?
In our room.
Alone?
We live together. The three of us live together.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get an idea of who else is in the room.
Oh yeah, it's just me, him, and Cleo now. I mean, I think that he probably has approached me several times about it because like people are talking about us. He seems like that kind of energy. But she's like, oh honey.
He's going to like, because like you said, you put out your hand.
Yeah, just like to make a joke, like we're going to prom, like we're gonna be the talk of the town. Like if we're gonna walk out of our room and like let's do this thing, like we're gonna sell it.
He takes your hand. He's squeezing it a little nervously too hard.
And I kind of put my hand on top of it. Oh, relax.
Cleo Niall puts her hand on top of that.
We love it. We love the drama. I love this Cleo Niall. Listen, you're welcome to get in on this. I'm here for the three-way, okay? And then she lets Cleo Niall put her hand in, and she'll put her hand on top. She listen. Room 307 of Valgrim runs this school, and we know that.
I'm sweating.
It's not even sexual. Calm down, girl. And then that is the energy they have. They've confirmed that they will like perpetuate this thing because they're still all hanging out together. So like, sure, it doesn't hurt us.
Gain one more positive relationship point with both.
Okay, thank you. And then from there, the next big thing I'm doing is my student council duties. I am talking to the secretary. I put in a want to vote notice. I don't know what the words are for that currently. But I want to do a school beautification project in Valgrim, putting up some plants because even though we live in a prison, it doesn't have to be an ugly one.
Gotcha.
And she will talk to Maya Trivels about some friendly plants that will not be like that can be approved by like the faculty. Be like these plants cannot hurt anybody no matter what you try to do. These are okay and they just look cute. So they don't think they're trying to do anything crazy. And then she also is hosting Penny Power Hour twice a week for an hour and a half. Penny sits in the common room with Morton Zhao and Cleo Niall, and she lets people come talk to her about any problems they have or anything they want to talk about. She likes to let people come and talk to them about just like, rant and vent about whatever. And she like kind of listens to that and then takes, information back to, and tells them that she's going to take the information back to the council because she's like supposed to be the voice for all of them. So she's like, yeah, come talk to me whenever you want, blah, blah. And then after, she has Hot House After Hours and she goes and smokes up with whoever wants to do that with her co-friends as well.
And that's something for the council to vote on, or is that just something you're doing?
Penny Power Hour is a thing she just does. She wants to she's voting on the school beautification, which is putting the plants in inside the building. Because they're all currently outside in the hot house.
In the hot house, right.
So she's like, oh, we'll just start with Valgrim, so it's not like a big thing. Cool. She does that. Venom Run training. She's got the gang together for that. She set up Bognak against Cleo Niall. Trying to get Cleo Niall to break out of her shell a little bit. And show off some. So she's got Cleo Niall battling Bognak. She's got Yumi versus Morton Zhao, Battle of the Witches. And then
question, how are you, because you've been training Morton Zhao for a while, how would you be training Morton Zhao, do you think? How would Penny?
She's really getting into like trying to learn like what kind of caster she knows. She's like a mage of some sort, just kind of getting him into like learning what kind of caster he is, because he's an ice genasi, but he uses fire, so really getting him into like learning how to do that. She's really like kind of weird about it, so really just focusing on like full-on power outleash because he seems to be like really restrained. She's like, how can you max output? Like,
roll an Arcana check.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, rolling out here raw.
Okay.
It's an 8.
Okay. More training to be had.
Continue
to train.
Yeah, and then for B, Penny goes, she's leveled up, she's like, all right, B, like you've been doing some things. She noticed that B has like this increased resistances, so she's like, she's like convinced, she's like, her and Queenie are like, oh, this girl is magical for sure. And so now she's like taking B's training into her own hands, and she like steps out into this training room, and she's gonna face off against B, and she has on her full armor, and she's like doing all this stuff, and she's like training with B and having this like this sparring match or whatever. Instead of having B fight other people.
And you've been training B this whole time as well, right? It's been B, Morton Zhao, and
yeah, I train B. I technically train B, Morton Zhao, Yumi, and Bognak. Cleo now is just there to help me out. Because she's my only friend. Or
okay,
I'm her only
so
friend.
because you're training them, and one roll is easier than 3, you're training them in different ways.
Well, yelling at them. Charisma.
Yeah, I think it's a charisma check. It just seems weird to like persuade them to be good.
I can intimidate them.
Actually,
Don't suck.
I feel like you're gonna make fun of me before, but I roll an intimidation check. Just the idea of Penny being like, "Get your fucking shit together."
Listen, no one wants a person who really supports you to be sad. She's like, Penny's our message is like, well, there's next time. And they're like, I'm sorry. 18.
18. Okay, B, Yumi, and Bognak. Every time you're going to roll your dice, just your dice, for the Venom Run game, you can add 1 to it. Every game.
Oh.
You've gotten a little bit better at the game. And then remind me when we actually play one of those games, like in real time, and I'll give you something to equate it.
Okay, so scrolling through my list of things.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for your patience during this individual thing.
Oh yes, thank you guys. I'm gonna talk to my girl Maya Tribbles. Tribbles, she's kind of mentioned that she was into like my whole plan aesthetic, so she's gonna try to play up this that interest.
Okay.
She wants to kind of assume the duties of feeding the plants because I communicate so well with them. So she's trying to get Maya to be like to give her those responsibilities because she feels she can just do it best. And the big pitch is that will make them the max capacity, which is what Maya wants because she's here for them. So she's like, you have to do no extra work, and you get max, output.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh, 23. I'm rolling like Tanner now.
23.
Yeah.
Okay, I was on the fence about it. 23 is undeniable. Gain 1 more positive relationship point with Professor Maya Troubles. She's going to talk to Humwalda Trollfury and make Humwalda promote you up to a caretaker of 1 bench. So they're going to show you where the food is for the bench. Would you like to choose your bench? I assume you're choosing the one with Viney. Okay. So now you show the food. They show you how much food to give them and what the food is. Don't give them too much. They'll grow a little too big. Don't feed them too small or whatever.
All right, perfect.
You're still keeping the same extracurricular. It's within that extracurricular.
Yeah, she's not saying anything.
Go.
Also, she would like to. Penny would ask, do you know where they take the fresh bodies from the students who are deceased? You know, the Teluncan likes fresh genitals. The one we have is just a little soured. And I know people have been dying just so expeditiously due to the Hollow Child thing.
Oh.
So,
the bodies once discovered disposed in the furnace, Penny. Oh, I'm so sorry. My advice would be simply follow behind Artheon.
yes, I'll put in a note for student council to make a note to save genitals of deceased students so we can feed them to plants. I'll make sure they put in there. But thank you.
Are you adding that to the agenda, by the way?
No.
Okay, all right.
Why?
That's the thing she will do later.
Okay.
That's to mention up more for herself. Perfect. She will then go talk to at some point this week. She'll find Alania and Ferris to talk to them about things they speak about.
Ferris is very like cryptic and secretive. And everyone's like, just be careful with Ferris. She gets really into whatever objective she chooses, like super intense. So she's going to give you that vibe. It's not really a chance to get any relationship points with her because she's super focused right now. All she's really is like, Vendigar, be fucking ready.
Yeah, I think Penny reciprocates that energy of being like, she talks to Ferris because she wants to talk about Vendigar and only about Vendigar. So she's definitely like, hey, crazy nerd in the corner.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your favorite passion.
But Alania is going to say that she's talked to Aviv about everything that's going on, and when y'all killed Unarin, that was Fenda had talked to Tailza, and Tailza has got money to give to Unarin to buy a bunch of etherealness potions. So they all know that you guys did it, so they want you to pay for those ethereal potions. But it was Alania said it was her idea for you to pay it and not your whole group because she really wants Aviv to see you as like the most important of the group because she really likes you. So she's going to pay half. So you wanted 50. She'll pay 25. You pay 25. And then Cleonile and Mortenzal, because you just got those relationship points, they're going to give you 8 each, 16. So you really only need to pay 9.
She will She'll do that. She doesn't want to say no. Yeah, she'll take the offer and she'll give the gold over. She has so much gold she's gonna spend.
All right.
So yeah, she'll smoothly slide her that. I was like, oh well, I appreciate that. Listen, he shouldn't have fucked with us because you do have to find out. But I'm glad we can make this all dandy, and I'm sure we can figure this out. Do you think that they'll have enough time to get all their stuff done before graduation comes around? I'm just worried that everyone's working kind of late in the game here.
She says she's heard some things, and she's heard that Breezer, apparently she didn't know Breezer was really good friends with Fendaga, and that everyone's suspicious of him. Like, he's been spending a lot more times in the store when it's closed, but she doesn't know what it means.
Yeah, I heard he's working on something in there, but I'm not really sure what.
Like building something?
I don't know. I'm not really fond of him, or I mean, I don't really know him very well, so I couldn't say what he's doing.
Right.
That Kincaid used to work there, but now he's all stoned up. Maybe you should go apply. You know, he needs some helping hands. Get some intel. You never know.
All right, cool.
He did tell me that something was that Kincaid did mention that he did mention he was building something, but he didn't know what it was.
Really?
In that supply closet.
Maybe they can get that information out of him. Maybe they can work on that.
Maybe during one of the Venom Run games, you should go take a look around while everyone's so distracted.
Speaking of which, do you have anything else, or are we going to jump to Venom Run?
I checked out a couple books from the library that include Asgarath the Petty, written by someone named Esmeralda the Moxie.
Yes!
Danger in Doomland, written by Demas Doom.
Mother of God.
Tailor Behind Bars, Obs the Living Blade, written by Naomi, and God Eater Drix, written by someone from The Diminished. And I've checked out a bunch of books, and Penny has been reading those at night. And she just has been reading over some history of the people.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh yes, love those titles. Actually, I'm gonna give you inspiration for those titles.
Oh, and also studying with, and she's planning to study for exams with the threesome. So she's chilling with her.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do some Venom Run games, and then we'll go to studying really fast. So we have
Did Tailor successfully bald anyone?
Who are you balding? Are you balding people?
I think I'm just preparing to bald people. I haven't really tried yet.
Are you trying to?
Oh. Well, in the past 4 weeks, I researched the potion. I befriended the dinner demons.
Okay,
so
I'll give
that's
you
my progress
4
at the
weeks. I'll
moment.
give you 4 chances to bald your opponent. All right. So the first week is the games are going to be. So we're just going to take this in order. If there's no one to bald, we're going to just quickly play the game. So first one's going to be the Student Slayers. Actually, let me move over to our map.
Student Slayers. Are any of them already bald?
Hell yeah. All right, Student Slayers are Matuna. He is not bald. Drogneed. He is technically bald. He doesn't have hair. And Artheon Hallowchild. So I'll go ahead and give you a stealth check.
Okay. All right. Stealth check is very important.
Yep.
Bald neck. Let's hope this works.
Oh, and if you're doing it, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. 11. You didn't get Matuna or Artheon. All right, so that's the first week. So let's go ahead and play Student Slayers versus Butter Knife, which is Morton Zal, Jack, and Sprinkles. Why don't you go ahead and roll for Morton Zal, Penny? Go ahead and roll Jack, Morton Zal, and Sprinkles. So just 3 D20s.
Oh.
And Butter Knife has nothing to add to it. So, and I'll roll for
Listen!
Is Jack not throwing the game?
10. You'll see.
Who let me roll these dice?
10.
Wait, so because we only have 2 people, we get only 2 rolls.
Right, so you and I
The
will.
other team gets 3.
All right, so they Student Slayers got a 22.
I got a 26!
Oh, that's a win for Butter Knife.
I thought it was so bad, I was like, I did terrible. I was like,
Bing, 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 bing. Okay,
I'm happy.
gosh, Artheon's having a terrible week, y'all.
it sucks for him.
It does. All right, so he lost 1, and then that was Butter Knife, 1. All right, next game is same weekend though. Firefeather versus Bald Guy. So Firefeather is just Kyoko, which is
Sick.
he got a 2. So Royal Pains roll, but you just need to beat a 2. So Royal Pains is Yumi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
What if
Yumi
we
and your
try?
homies.
This isn't. This isn't you. This is Yumi, Dark Runner, and the Freak.
It's literally impossible for them to lose. Do we even have to roll?
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. It's 3 dice. They have to be 3. So
Every net ones, you still win.
that's true. All right, so Royal Pains just won a game, and they also have to add it too. So they just won. Royal Pains just won all their games versus Fire Feather.
Just saying.
Fire Feather. Okay.
I want that money.
Second weekend of Venom Run games. Let's try to bald someone. So you've got the students. Oh, I did the wrong games. Son of a bitch. All right. Oh well. I did the wrong games. I should have done Butter Knife versus Royal Pains. That's okay. And then I should have done those. Didn't even those were the. I looked at week ones. That's okay. We're gonna do whatever. Royal Pains, go ahead and roll against Butter Knife.
It's me.
Yep. So you just do all 3 of them, so I don't have to.
All right.
Ooh.
Wait. I wrote the same thing again.
32.
It's fine. You win.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Butter Knife.
I got a 27 that time because I got a +1.
All right, so Royal Pains still won their game. All right, and then the second game was Royal Pains versus Not Bald Guy.
Go B.
So B is still rolling at disadvantage as cheerleaders hate her guts.
Her whole team has disadvantage because Wolfhard has it because he's crazy.
Yeah.
Wolfhard has disadvantage. B has disadvantage. Oh, that's her whole team.
Yeah.
But don't forget, you have a +1 to your roll.
I still got a 22, so.
31.
All right, Royal Pains wins that one. With a 4, Not Bald Guy.
How low are you?
Am I 5 for 5 this season, y'all?
Yeah,
I
you're.
think
So
I
the first
am.
game. The first game didn't count. The first because
Yumi said I'm not playing.
Well, it was the I did the wrong week. So
You
we
still
just,
won.
Yeah, but it's the
The
second
one in
week.
my heart.
Go ahead, and try to bald someone.
Yes.
Tailor.
Okay. All right. This is my natural skill. Let's go. I got 18.
Oh yes, you bald Matuna on the Student Slayers, so he will have disadvantage. All right, the first game is the Student Slayers versus Team Bald Guy.
All right.
Hey, I have a question too.
Yeah.
And this is probably I'm asking this way too late, but in the last session I ended up getting like something to deflect back the fact that people are deflecting mirrors at me. So is that playing a role at all?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
she
Yes,
did
you
that.
did. So you,
She's for 5 gold.
you would not have disadvantage anymore.
Well,
Would
I
that
still would have lost, but
you still would have lost?
yeah, I still would have lost.
Okay. But
Now
yeah,
I keep that in mind now.
yeah, good call. Sorry about that. All right, Student Slayers. So he's got disadvantage on his. That's good because that was a nat 20. Thanks. Artheon. Uh-oh. And then who's their other person? And okay, 21 versus Team Bald Guy.
Okay.
Tailor and Bognak.
So
One
Baldnak
to-
rolled a 13, and I'm doing this with advantage, right? So
Yes, because yes.
and I rolled a 11. Yeah, that one. Holy
And then
shit.
+2.
24. Student Slayers only has a +2. You win.
Yeah.
Bald game
Let's
won
go.
that one.
Works got me in.
God, I
I
wanted
rubbed
to
my
do this for
scalp
that.
very intensely out of excitement. That's the only.
All right,
No
now
way.
it's
I
time
I touch it,
for.
and then I remember the rule not to touch it, and I pull my hand back.
All
I was
right,
like, less. Nope.
it is
Sorry.
Royal
Talk about
Pains versus Bald Guy. So you do not have advantage. Let me see Royal Pains. I don't think you have advantage. Yumi, Dark Runner, and the Freak. No, you do not have advantage. So you two just roll it normal.
Like 12.
Wait, we didn't get to bald these guys, or was that the one we did earlier?
We get one balding a week, and we did it against Artheon's team.
Oh,
So worth
Okay.
it. Yeah,
worth it. Yeah, agreed. All right.
So go ahead, Yumi, and roll your 3 dice, plus 1 to your dice, plus a 4 to
didn't
your
have the-
total.
I didn't have the
Yeah.
+1 to mine too.
36.
Okay.
36.
13 from mine.
All right, and I got an 8. So
That's 24.
Royal Pains is killing it.
Cleaning house, baby.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know how to play sports. Wins all. the
Okay,
games.
next weekend,
I
another
know.
chance for balding.
Go sports. Okay. Who do you think?
Oh,
we should
actually, you just balded 2 people in a row, for your potion. Oh, I said 4, and that makes sense. All right, go ahead.
Oh, so I'm balding.
Yep, you're still balding. You get 2
Okay.
more weekends of balding, but then your potion will be up, and you'll have to make more.
Oh, so we're just assuming that I gave the potions, or that I used the potions. I was saving the potions. I was just trying to bald them naturally, like with my ability.
Just keep going.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Just
out.
keep going.
Figure it out in
alright.
post.
Just keep
Gotcha.
spamming.
23.
That's a nat 20.
Very nice. Okay, so on that
Old school
team,
is bald now. Now go ahead. It's worth a shot.
you have successfully balded Mortenzow.
Oh no!
Afro's gone. Afro's
Yeah,
gone.
His hair is gone. Okay, so
Ah,
the game will be the Student Slayers versus Butterknife. Go ahead and roll Penny for Butterknife, just the 3 20s, and at the
And the
end, add
Get the
nothing
bait.
because they haven't won a game yet.
Hey, we won 1. Calm down. We beat Artheon.
2 d20s with 2. Add 2 added.
Ooh, 42.
Who got the 42?
The Student Slayers. Okay, Student Slayers wins that one. And that was
Everyone consistently like
Knife.
26, 7.
ooh, poor Butterknife.
Was
Okay.
They got 1 win.
Now it's Firefeather versus Bald Guy. So you two, luckily Firefeather has 1 person, so it's just 1 dice. And he literally rolled a nat 1 and has nothing to add to it, so technically he can't win.
There's literally nothing.
He
So-
does not show up.
Yeah.
He said, I quit,
Doesn't
guys.
really
He said,
matter
I'm
what I
not
roll.
Is his heart even in it anymore? I just feel like he shows up like, let's get this over with. He just sits there.
This is
I'm just throwing
ridiculous.
javelins at him.
All right, 4th weekend, 1 more chance to bald.
Yes. All right.
Wait, let me make sure there's someone left to bald.
Could I make them further bald? Like,
No.
We up the bald.
Actually, you can. Kyoko is a tabaxi. Technically, he's got hair all over his body.
Is there even a point in
Oh my
balding?
God.
So he'll literally just be bald on his head, and then the rest of him is like.
I'm just gonna tell you,
Alright.
hey, you can do that as a personal thing, but we're not playing him again. We've had our 2 games against him. That's just mean.
All right. Taylor's a pretty mean guy, so
That's
he's
fair.
not- all right. I got a 14.
It gets the tuft of his head. Yeah.
So I'm bald. Okay.
Only thing is, like, you don't play a game this weekend, so I'm actually realizing how silly that was.
It was.
this is
Let's just say that. Let's just say that Taylor was bored that week.
Okay, cool.
Um,
All right, so it's Firefeather versus Royal Pain. So go ahead, Yumi, and roll for your team. I'll roll for Firefeather, which is disgust. And it is a 3.
I rolled good. Let me add this.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win.
No, let me say the number though, because it's gonna be high.
Okay.
52.
Oh my god. All right, Student
You gotta kill
Slayers.
somebody in Yumi's team. I'm just throwing it out there.
Student Slayers versus
gotta
not
kill
bald guy. So B, go ahead and roll. You do not have disadvantage this time. So that's you and Wolfhard. Wolfhard does have disadvantage. You're normal.
That's a 27.
Okay. Ooh, he also got a 27, but they have a +3 and you have a
roll.
+2. So he beat you by 1. So Student Slayers wins the last game, not bald guy. So
What happens if it's a tie?
Wait, what?
at the very end,
We
there's
lost?
tied games.
We lost.
Because she technically got that +1 from me.
Oh,
training
that's
her.
right. Did you add the +1, Erica?
That'd be a plus. Oh, you
Added
did?
a +1.
Dang it.
It's
All right.
just for me, right? It's just for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's just for you.
Okay.
So the current standings after 8 weeks, the first trimester of school, in first place, Royal Pains with a 6-0 streak. In second place, Bald Guy.
I trained her.
4 wins, 2 losses. In third, Student Slayers with 4 wins, 1 loss. He's just gonna punch the shit out of Matuna. Artheon is. In fourth place, Not Bald Guy with 2 wins, 3 losses. In fifth place, Butterknife 0-4. In sixth place, Firefeather 0-5. Mortenzell's got some work to do.
Mortenzell's bald now too.
He's shiny. That's the game he lost. He's like, oh no.
That being said, everybody roll your. Everyone is studying with each other, so you'll roll with advantage.
Jesus Christ! Don't do this to me.
So, all right. So we're gonna study. So let me get to my studying sheet.
We got some heat rolling tonight, babe. Let's do it.
I hope so. We don't.
Is Tailor rolling anything here?
Studying. Okay, so you're studying together. You're gonna gain advantage on the studying ability check. But I need each of you who is studying. So I guess everyone. Tailor would want to study too.
School.
Let's go. Let's start with B. How are you studying? And that will determine your check.
Oh, I feel like B doesn't know how to study. Like, I want to say, like, trying to do it and, like, be true to her character, but not also fuck myself over in the process. Because, like, I really just want to say she's holding a book upside down and, like, staring through it. Like, not even, like absorbing anything. She's just, like...
You got those
like, one of those... And, like, she takes, like, her hands, too, and is, like, rubbing the pages of the book, and then, like, rubbing her head, hoping that maybe that'll, like, transport that knowledge in there. She's pretty,
It's
like,
so
fucked,
cute.
honestly. She's fucked.
All right. All right.
Like, Constitution?
I'm like, what is that? Like,
Sure
mining? Just roll an intelligence check, because basically you're going in with what you already knew at that point.
7.
Okay, no rerolls.
Wait,
for
with
you.
advantage.
Oh, with advantage, yes.
Oh, with advantage.
Because you're studying
okay.
together.
Was in that one.
Girl.
You know, 7's better than that one. So honestly, take what you can get.
All right, I'm going to jump
Right.
over to Tailor. How are you studying, Tailor?
That's the standard way.
What?
So I'm not. Well, I know from what I remember. So there's normal studying, right, and then cheating, and then all-nighter, right?
Yeah, but you have to get you have to roll to get it, and I have to give you what to roll, and you have to tell me how you're studying, which determines the roll.
Cheating as soon as
Okay.
possible.
If you plan to cheat, you don't need to study.
Right. I'll cheat.
Okay, he's going to cheat it. All right, Bognak, how are you studying?
And remind me the difference between an all-nighter and a normal study session.
Okay,
And maybe brush up for the audience as well.
Studying
because-
together right now will give you advantage on your studying check. And all-nighter, you will just get 2 rerolls during the testing phase. If you... Sorry, you don't just get them. You have to roll your studying. But if you do, you get 2 rerolls instead of 1. Because that's what you're studying for. Studying gives you reroll. But you will have exhaustion at the beginning of the day to the end of the day.
Gross.
So all your ability checks will be disadvantaged, basically.
So, I mean, basically the exam... So would the exam roll then also be with disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
So then there's not really a point in 2 rerolls, so I'm just going to study
I mean,
together.
2 rerolls.
But they're all with disadvantage.
Sure.
So the 1 reroll without disadvantage is the better outcome, I guess.
Maybe. I'm sure there's some math there. It might...
Yeah, there's I'm sure there's math. I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, so I think if that's the case, Bognak is probably studying with everybody else. I think the way I'm going to go about it is like on any spare wood I can like hand carving notes, because he's like, that helps, like, you know how they say like if you write with blue ink it helps you remember things better. Bognak's like, if I carve into the wood, like it like helps me remember things better. Probably not studying with Penny, I'll say. So
Okay.
but yeah, so just like really like it helps like etch it into it, like you can feel it's a lot more like a
So we're
visual
going over that
thing
crafting
for-
still. All right, so I guess
Yeah.
what we've been doing, sleight of hand for the crafting.
Okay, so that will be, it's 19.
All right, you gain 1 reroll during the testing phase.
Okay.
All right, Yumi. How are you studying?
Yeah, so I feel like I'm just gonna like also study a normal way and like read my books and shit. Like go hang out with like Penny and Mortonsaw and little Cleonile and them and hang out with them and study and shit. I mean, just like basic reading books and stuff.
All right. History check.
Okay.
That tracks.
15.
Gain 1 reroll for the testing phase.
Yeah.
Penny.
Penny, like myself, is an auditory learner, so she's like recanting facts that she knows about things, or she's like, they'll like ask her about a plant, and she's like, she'll think about it, and then she'll like say it out, she'll say it, or she has also cleaning her head is like saying things to her, so she's like, doing kind of like reciting. I was gonna say recitation at the end of it. Recitation. She's repeating things. Repetition. There we go. That's what I was going for.
There.
She's like, yeah, she's like trying to like get it down. She's like, I know these things. Half knows them because half it's the person in her brain talking, but whatever.
It's a memory one. Are you aiming at one specifically? I want to do intelligence, but I'll give you a specific skill. I guess. I don't know. What is that, Ben? What is that?
I'd say a perception, right? Like if it were me, or an insight, maybe. I honestly think it'd be a bit more
I would
wisdom
say
to, like
insight.
listening.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
insight. I like insight. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Insight check. Look at that Groot DMing. With advantage.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's a 6.
No reroll.
Yeah, I pulled a 1 and a 5.
Okay, really quickly before we skip 4 weeks to exam day, Professor Roshk has come to Bognak B's dorm door. You see him up here before the bars.
I already know what's about to happen.
He is going to say, he actually doesn't even see B because she's always like in her hole. I guess you guys are about to go to bed, so he doesn't see anyone in there but you. And he said, I want you to be honest with me right now. Did you kill Zanzibar?
Oh my god! No, what? No. No, we were gonna prank him, but no, I wouldn't kill him.
Do you have an alibi for last night?
When was last night?
Join me in my office really fast.
No, I'm actually asking when was last night.
It would have been the night before this. You can make up something.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was peeing for 8 hours. Whatever.
It's true, Will was there. I mean, Will's my alibi.
It really doesn't matter what you're going to say. He wants to talk to you in his office, which is his room, which is like down the hallway.
Yeah.
Not me though, right? Because he can't see me.
Yeah, he doesn't see you. Does not see you.
B's like, I'm not in this.
Just leave me out of this one.
Do you want to go?
Hell no, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for once.
Not you, Bognak.
Oh.
I mean, I don't. Hold on a second. Professor, can you tell me something that only you and I know? What'd you say to me? What did you say to I'm trying to think of who he said it. I think it was Jeremy. What'd you say to Jeremy the day that you found out Stenver was killed?
I don't remember what the DM said, but he remembers.
Okay, so he remembers what he
Yes,
said.
yes.
He told him, like, you're not
call
safe
me out like
anywhere. Yeah. Not calling you out. Look, Scott, I listen a lot. So, yeah, okay. As long as I am sure, like, I want to do something to insight
Looks at you
or, like,
strange,
make sure this is
like,
the professor.
It's me.
Well, there's a lot. Look, it's not always us, okay? So, I just got to watch my back. So I will go with him to his room.
Yeah, you are safe. So he's going to take you into his office. And he's going to show you this, like, suicide note that's really long. It's like 3 pages from a Bognak. And he's like, it seems odd that you would do this, but can you just verify this isn't you? And he's going to hand it to you to read. Would you like to read it?
Yeah.
While that's happening, at the dorm door, walks Isalela Thelman. Or not, what's her name? Excuse me. Pardon me. Walks in. Yeah, Annabella Lilyneth.
The blonde.
And Jessamine Tunnelly, and shut the door and lock it behind him. O.B.
He's asleep.
Bognet's bed, you hear it get moved. Walking around. We know you're in here, you little punk.
Is my security system gonna warn me?
I'm pretty sure that Will followed you. And before you know it, the bed gets moved. You kind of like fall from being like wedged between the bed frame and the wall in your little comfy nook. Do you wake up?
Yeah.
Okay, you wake up and they're both just standing over you. Hey. And one of them's gonna pull out what looks to be like this like terrarium and just puts it on the ground. And Annabella is gonna be like, I am sick and tired of you trying to ruin everything in my life. And Jessamine's just gonna put her hand on her shoulder. I'm fine. And now, I'm gonna make you pay for what you've done. Roll a wisdom saving throw. You just see she's like concentrating on you, whispering something. All you can really hear is like a word, Watule, escape from her mouth. The terrarium's gonna start to glow. It's got these vibrant color vines in it. This beautiful little 7-inch terrarium with an octagon glass outer casing. And they're both just gonna back up. And Jessamine's gonna comfort her. And she's gonna be like, you really had this coming. You're gonna watch as your hands and everything starts to turn to light and kind of shimmer like Mike TV turning into little pieces before you as you slowly get sucked into this terrarium. As you enter the inside and land, you look all around you and you are in a vibrant fey jungle with beautiful colors, the sounds of like delightful humming and singing around. And there seems to be small ponies that are even perfect for you. Like they're not, they're small to you, and they've got these vibrant rainbow tails, and they're every color of the sun, just kind of grazing, eating this pink grass on the ground. And this, as you look around this circular area that you're in, where there's jungle and a circle around you, there's like a 15 to 20 foot chasm that goes on forever. At the edge of all of this, like you're trapped on this big circular thing, except for a bridge that looks like it was there, but it's broken. It's just the ramp, and all the way on the other side is this archway of the flowers and the jungle. And there's just ponies grazing. Would you like to do anything?
Mine. Is there any immediate, like, threat of danger, or does it seem normal? Like, obviously something, like, fucked is gonna happen.
It seems
but, like,
delightful.
Okay.
And very, very flamboyant.
Okay.
And smells beautiful. And everything opposite of me.
Awesome. If I were to cast Speak with Animals, would I be able to communicate with one of these... small ponies?
Yeah, try it.
Okay, so that's what she's gonna do then.
One of the ponies is like super happy to meet you and like so glad they get to talk to you, and oh, you can ride us all around the meadow. They're very freaking weird.
Just really give me like Charlie the Unicorn vibes. Like
yes. yes, they're like, ride me, bee, ride me.
I don't think I want to do that. Actually, I would love to get the fuck out of here. Can you tell me how to do that?
And they're like, the only way is across the bridge.
And how? I know you said that the bridge is broken. How long, I guess, how much of the bridge is still existing?
There's 15 feet from the end of the bridge to the hole.
Okay. There's no way I can. And there's no way to go around it. B is too dumb for this, y'all. Why would you send her in here by herself to do something like this? This bitch is so stupid.
Negative 3 points, yo. Negative
You should
3.
have failed your classes, girl.
You know what? I'll give you time to think about it. As you see out of the glass sides, they now look like giants. Jessamine and Annabella picking you up. Huh. And they're going to take you into the library, into the advanced student chambers. Oof. You're going to see inside the advanced student chambers. It is nice. There's like the chandelier. There's like those demons dressed as like servants moving around. There's a bar. There's like a small like Rooter dispenser. There's lockers. There's very nice bedrooms with opaque doors. And they're just going to put you on a locker and shut the door and lock it. And so it just looks like nighttime outside this jungle to you now.
I mean, I don't think I'm in that bad of a predicament right now, even though I have no idea what the hell is about to happen in that jar. Like, I'm just thinking, okay, B doesn't have to take the exam now if she's trapped in this thing.
True.
Like, everything seems okay. Like, she's stupid, so she's like, okay, like, I guess everything's fine. Like, I'll just sit here and, like, try to make this a little dirtier. I feel like the only thing that would bother her is how, like, nice and, like, not her vibe that it is.
Uh-huh.
So she would kind of, like, try to, like, dig a little hole or, like, throw some dirt around and make it, like, a little disheveled in there. Because that's, honestly, the only reason she feels uncomfortable right now is because it's, like, too nice.
Okay. Cool.
Too pretty in here.
Well, with that, let's go to we'll do a 15-minute bathroom break, and we'll be back in 15. Sound good?
Thank you, 15.
All right, when we come back, it's
Yeah.
exam day. We're taking exams, and the student council is going to meet. We'll see everybody soon. See you in a second.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome back from the bathroom break. Dragontooth Academy, Episode 9. A lot to unpack about the 4 weeks that just happened. But now it is time to get to exam day. I want to point out that at this point, Bognak is like, where the hell has B gone? B has disappeared. As everyone is leaving their dorm in the morning, on the bleed, the dead students, Barrelhorn, Penelope Even, Vuzembi, K. Ferrum Lyklin, from House Faurgrim, Vushta, from House Chronosteer, Ezekiel, Scotty Isonex, and for a total, the yearly students has dropped from 1,135 students to 111 students. Good job, students. Helen pops up. It is exam day, end of the trimester, and that means time for exams. Find a study buddy and get ready for Professor Sazmath's crazy examinations. Now, you see Buchanan Doonberry. This is the check-in. Wow, dow. Thank you, Helen. Another captivating mystery at Dragontooth. Malgath the Treant was discovered yesterday morning decomposing on top of the bookshelf in the library. He was discovered by freshman student Ayla Nerona as she was studying in the back corner past the advanced student chambers. Corpses have become all too commonplace at Dragontooth, and so is the praise for their well-executed murder, which is why this story is most bizarre. I sat down with Professor Culverlack early last evening for an interview. Professor, the statues of devils in the library, they're enchanted to see all of the 6th floor, but they're missing logs of yesterday morning specifically looking at the direction where this went down.
There is no way of knowing who killed Malgath the Treant, I'm afraid.
It begs the question, Professor, is someone covering up this murder, including the staff at Dragontooth?
We teach how to murder, Buchanan. We do not hide it. We will move on from this. Do you understand?
I was not the only one who had questions. Also, Ayla Nerona. It was the strangest thing. Like, I was studying and I saw this face peering over a table far off in the library. But it didn't feel like they were looking at me. Instead, they were looking past me and up. And then that person darted off, so I didn't see who they were, but I turned around and I looked up to where they were looking and I noticed something. I climbed the bookcase and found Malgath, basically mulch at this point. And that's when Professor Culverlack found me, finding this book that said, The Sunken...
That's enough! That's enough!
Now for the weather. Red. Good morning. Take it away.
Oh, geez. Oh, God. Where's B? Oh, God. Well, she's not dead, but neither is Zanzibar. Curious. I'm gonna go find Tailor? Or what did that note say even? What did that note say that I read?
Oh, it was ridiculous. It's like, I am so stupid, and I don't trust myself to do simple things like wiping my own ass and brushing my teeth. So instead, I will kill someone and give myself up because I am so stupid.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely
I wrote
tell.
that.
It seems like it was written merely in length purpose only.
Right. Yeah, to keep me there.
But yeah, Tailor is in the furnace right now talking to one of those demons.
So I'm just gonna be kind of chattering with the demon, being like, "Oh yes, good. Okay, well, I'll work on that. I'll come to you at some point later." Oh, Bognak, hello. How are you this morning?
Hey, Tailor. The exams later. Well, first of all, there's so much happening right now. I don't even know what to do, man. Have you seen B?
No, I have not smelled bee recently. But people. One thing you have to get used to with this school is people die all the time. At year 2 or so, 2 or 3, you kind of accept that your imminent demise is part of the learning experience. So
That's so dark.
yes, well, we are in a dark sector
Yeah,
of the ocean, so
touche.
yes.
Okay, so you haven't seen, but they didn't announce her dead this morning, so she could be anywhere. I'm just, I don't know, keep an ear out for me, man. If you hear anything from the upperclassmen
Or knows.
or knows.
Yes. But so do you have any ideas of have you heard her say anything before she disappeared? Maybe anything that could point to what she could have been.
No, she was snoring peacefully in the room, and I came back. She wasn't snoring anymore, and I just kind of took it as a quiet blessing and went to bed.
The bed's removed.
Right. Well, I here's what I'll do, Baldneck. Why don't we go over to your living quarters and we'll go take a look and see if anything's out of place. But just I want to be upfront with you. The only reason that I'm doing this is to test my resolve against B's amazing, wondrous locks on her head for training. Holding myself back for further situations where I may need to stop myself from balding an individual. I'm just let's go over there. I'm not going to continue.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot right now.
Right.
She is missing.
Straight to the point. I like it. So let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll go back, and well, actually, I'll say, do you know this kid Zanzibar? Have you heard anything about him? Because he's the one who left the note saying I killed him, supposedly. Do I see him in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Would you like me to interrogate him for you?
Yeah, let's fucking go.
All right.
I'm just
So
gonna.
Tailor is going to walk up.
Are we doing good cop, bad cop, bad cop, bad cop? Good cop,
no, I'm
good
just
cop.
gonna.
Bald cop.
I'm just gonna.
Bald cop?
Good cop, new cop. Good cop, blue cop.
Lots of different things could happen here, so just follow my lead.
Okay. I got
Now, before we walk up, out of character, is he bald already, or does he have?
He's
does
like
he have hair?
praying mantis.
He is a hopper, which is like an insect folk. So he's like 7 foot, big praying mantis man.
He's all thorax.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, I see him now. I found his picture. Okay. All right. Well, I had a plan, but he's an
We can't bald him. We got to get out of the comfort zone. Here.
Right. I mean, I could. All right. No, I got this. Just follow my lead.
Okay.
Zanzibar. Hello. Welcome to the school. If I haven't welcomed you already.
How dare you approach me while I'm having my food, you disgusting person!
Yes. Yes. Your food. I see. Yes. So I'm gonna kind of sit on the table next to his plate and kind of look at him down from above and say, "So, Zanzibar, you haven't been here very long. I'm just curious, and I'm gonna kind of like put my hand near his little, what do you call these things?
Antennas.
Antennas, right? Of course, thank you. And I'm gonna be like, so what is the purpose of these? What would exactly happen to you if these were to somehow be removed from your head? If you know what I'm saying.
Intimidation check.
Would you? Okay.
As people are watching you.
It's a 28.
He just looks at you as you just see one of his antennas just slowly slide to the right, and he just stands up and looks at Bognak and looks at Tailor and just looks at Bognak again and grabs his food, walks behind Bognak, just looking at him, just leans at him, and says,
Yeah, you stick with your friend. You're gonna need him.
Are you trying to walk away here? We're not done with you yet. My friend here has some questions for you.
Bognak's fists are trembling, and he's just gonna say, "Who had you write that note?"
kaboom! He's just gonna slam his food on the table. Some of the dinner demons move out of the way. People are getting kind of quiet, at least this side of the table. He's just gonna stand like 3 feet over you. I mean, you're like what, 5 feet or something like that. Just gonna look down at you.
I'm not even trying to look in his eyes. I'm just staring straight at his gut.
And he's gonna look at Tailor, looking at him. So he's just gonna back up a little bit and look at you and says, "I would have wrote the note, no matter what anyone paid me. I'd do it for free any day to get rid of that little brat that snores."
I know you're not smart enough to even have to write that note. You know, you're not smart enough to even have that kind of plan. So who encouraged you to do it? Or I swear to God, I'm ripping off more than your antenna.
And think very carefully about your answer, because I might just sneeze accidentally and rip those antennas off.
All right, Bognak started the intimidation on that one, so I'll give him advantage. If only you could have Tailor's plus, 7 to intimidation?
9.
When I tell you my heart is racing, because I am actually furious right now.
You have advantage on it. You're pumped up by Tailor.
13 total.
He's just going to look across the room at Jessamine, who is going to meet Artheon, who's at a table, and he's just going to look over her and say, "Her," and then leave.
I'm going to grab him before he goes, and I'm just going to say, "Cross me again. Cross my friends again, I swear to God. It doesn't matter if you're not in the room anymore. I'm going to find a way to fucking murder you." And I'm going to let him go.
I kind of wake at him as he leaves.
Well, some of us don't live in those disgusting dorms anymore. Some of us have friends in higher places. Meet me in the advanced student chambers. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you hide behind your advanced students chamber, you fucking coward.
He's just going to slowly back up.
You couldn't even stand to be in the same room with me anymore. Yeah, that's right. Back up. And then Bognak's gonna take his food and just like start munching on it and fucking throw it away. He's like, God, I'm heated, Tailor. Come on.
I'm gonna put my arm on his shoulder and be like, nice.
Both of you gain a negative relationship point with
Good.
Zanzibar-roid.
I don't give a shit about Zanzibar-roid.
Yeah, fucking insects, am I right?
Hoppers. Don't be racist. I'm just kidding.
Hoppers,
All right.
Okay.
That's
Anything
my move.
else?
I'm too heated. Tailor, you got
Alright, well, I guess Jessamine is the culprit here, it looks like.
Yeah, do we have time to do this? I don't want to pick a fight with Jessamine in the middle of the day if she can make B disappear in the night and pull strings for a loser like that.
But she does have a very gorgeous set of locks on her.
She
Looking at her
does.
picture right now.
Here's Tabaxi.
If you did that in front of Artheon right now, I think he'd kill us.
Artheon
She's
would
someone-
kill us?
I think so.
His
We gotta-
girlfriend.
We got to be smart about how we do
Do
this.
it.
Taylor.
Do it.
If anyone else wants to go, we'll devise a plan.
I'm not. Yeah. I don't. This isn't a today plan, but we got to find a way to get B back.
Speaking of, B stands ripping up all this pink grass from all around here. The ponies are like, ah, ride us, B, ride us.
That's absolutely what I'm not going to do. Thank you. Even if that's the key, I'm not trusting it. It's giving Charlie the unicorn, and I'm not going anywhere with this.
I was thinking the same thing.
You big fat frown, you big fat frown. The world doesn't have to be so great.
Yes, there's like musical off in the distance.
I come in with like my belongings, like the stuff that I had on my person.
Sure, yeah, everything.
Okay. B's gonna walk over kind of to the bridge in the hole and just like check it out. I feel like she's gonna walk over to it and maybe pick up a rock or a stone or something that's
at the
nearby.
edge of the bridge. Okay.
Yeah, and like drop it just to like see. You know, like obviously she can't see the end, but
it just kind of disappears into a speck and you don't hear anything. All you can hear behind you is,
Our new best friend just popped in. Ride us, B, ride us.
this so long. I really want to kill one of them, but I think that is going to not be good. Okay, so since I already did speak with animals, that didn't really solve anything because they just keep saying the same shit over and over again. I'm gonna cast Beast Sense, hoping, because it says I can like see through their eyes, hear what they hear, to see maybe if they're like putting on an act, but there might be like something that they're like thinking or like communicating that B can't like really hear or see. That might have like, or
you can see through their senses. Yeah, you can see through. You see through all their sensors, or just one?
It said sight and sound. Yeah, I can see anything that they see or hear anything that they can hear.
How
Which
many?
might not be. I think it says. Oh, it's for the one I touch. I can touch one of them and hear. I guess the one that I cast Speak with Animals on, I'm gonna go to that one again and touch it.
Okay, you touch it and you see through its eyes. It's looking between you, the dancing chorus line of unicorn ponies, and one pony that's on the other end that has an upset stomach.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that one, the one with an upset stomach, and just look at it and say what's wrong.
Are you casting the spell again, or does it work for multiple?
No, I'm just walking over to that one to see what that one will say to me. Yeah.
But you can understand it for how long? Animals for how long?
For the duration.
I think B-Sense lets you communicate
10 minutes.
telepathically.
10 minutes. Yeah. Talk to animals.
Yeah. Actually, duration up to 1 hour.
Okay. Oh, great. So you can talk to all these ponies. It tells you that it ate a magic vegetable, and it's tearing its stomach up.
Where was the vegetable? Is it around here, close by?
The pony tells you it's in its stomach.
Last pony, I'm trying to eat. Do you know how I can get out of here? I got a test I gotta take. People are probably worried about me. I need to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
It looks like it's about to throw up and just turns to you in a very raspy smoker voice. Ride me, B.
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna get on that pony. The one that's about to die.
You get on that pony. Wait.
Maybe if they're gonna do something terrible to me, at least I'm gonna go with the one that's a little more sickly.
Okay, so it like gets back as all the ponies form like this runway to the bridge, and it stands. It gets back. It's like almost about to throw up. This one's also like not as bright colored. It's a little dimmer. All right, let's go. Yay! Everyone's so happy. He's like, yeah, so happy. And runs after the bridge. It's like swaying. It's a little gargly. Gets to the edge of the bridge. Almost hits the front of its face on the bridge. And jumps, but it like hit the bridge, so it spins a little bit. As you're riding on top of it, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Tragic.
Can she
That's
raise
a
her advantage?
19.
In
Yeah.
the air, you just like push the top of it away and stand on its back and swan dive across. The pony just fucking goes to nowhere down that cavern as you land on the other side. This light appears through the tunnel, and on the other side is a room. It's like a room in the jungle, kind of like a carved out area, just like you saw. But there's no like chasm all around, and there's just a bush with lots of multicolored berries, and way at the top of the jungle is there's a platform up there with like two tigers talking to each other, and we'll come back to that. Anyone else want to do something at Dragontooth?
Why are you describing a dream I had when I was 7? What is this?
An acid trip.
Ah,
You
dude.
saw it through your own future.
Oh yeah, I can go feed Viney now that I got this food, so I can try to grow hair.
Okay.
And do that. That's what I need to do. That I've worked on.
Yeah, you got
got
the
our
food.
food.
She's gonna eat. How much are you giving it to her? The normal amount, or what are you doing?
I think she's currently lacking, so we're like, you're like, oh, starved child, or like we're gonna like give her like 1.5 of the
Ooh.
like a regular one, and then a little extra. Like you're like, girl, look, we need some growth. So we gotta get her to go somewhere. We can't maintain. We gotta get some growth. So
She's gonna
something that I guess
She's going
oomph in
to
her.
eat a bunch. She is going to tell you that she's really starting to grow. She can now see every door at Death's Door, every square inch of that Death's Door, under the stairs, everything. More growing. Who knows? She might hit another room, gain one more positive relationship point with Vine.
Ooh, Death Star
nice.
seventh floor. Okay.
It's the 7th, 8th,
I've-
9th, 10th floor. It's like
Ooh,
that whole middle section. It's like a courtyard.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna gather the other squad members as well as Tailor,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry, saw me get amped. I had some pie. I'm cooled off now. But if we have to find B, or if something happened to be, we gotta do well on this exam today. So I think we need to divide and conquer. Either figure out what it is, or, I got some spare. Does anybody know a spellcaster that could maybe help us out a bit, like enhance our test taking abilities, so we can find out what we need?
That's
Yeah,
not
I'm just
in my
gonna-
wheelhouse.
I'm just gonna cheat. So,
Okay. Tailor, do you know us somebody that can help us?
does Taylor know of anyone that could help?
Just cast magic.
I'm looking for a guidance or a not a guidance, but an enhanceability, perhaps.
Yeah, probably a druid or a wizard.
Yeah. You know of Medium Rare, which is a food folk. He's about 4
Oh my
foot.
god.
He's about 4'2".
Fake.
The first character introduced.
He's got a really hard exterior, but a soft interior. So it's rare around here.
Medium.
No, he's medium.
It's medium
It's,
rare.
it's half rare.
Yeah.
I do know of medium rare. It's not how I like my steak. Well, actually, I do like my steak that way. But medium rare is yep. That's what I got for you.
You do know medium rare hates food jokes. Like, it's very racist.
Oh well, he's not here, so it's okay.
But yeah,
but-
he's a wizard. He's a wizard.
Right. Okay. I know a wizard named medium rare.
And do you remember from your first year any what the exams might have been? It said we're taking it with Zanzibar, right? Or no, not Zanzibar. He's on my mind so much. It's Sazmath.
So I am, I consider myself, I don't know if this is true or not, renowned as the greatest cheater of exams in Silvernell. I've only been caught 7 times, and the other times were very successful. But
You would have only taken 9 exams by this point.
oh right,
That's why he has a job.
right. So anyway,
Apple barber.
I most of the time that I've been in this school, I have been extremely high on Rooter. But so I cannot remember exactly what the exam entailed. But most of my cheating has involved guessing. I don't know if that's the same thing. Is guessing cheating?
No.
I think Taylor smoked a little bit too much before this conversation.
He said he's gonna guess. Is that cheating? I don't know. It's not knowing cheating.
Are we cheating?
I had to guess.
Is mayonnaise
Say
cheating?
no. No, it's not cheating.
Look,
You
if
know,
somebody, I'm gonna have sass bath.
Carry on,
and somebody
sir.
talk to medium rare. I will pay him
taking my
a vague amount of money to charm me. So, me and the squad. But
Are we
So,
like
yeah.
all together at this point?
Except for B.
Is that
we-
what's
yeah.
happening?
Yeah.
Okay. While this is going on, I'm just gonna pop into Penny's head and be like, "Girl, I think I'm a hella child."
Oh, well, that sounds appropriate. I imagine you do so. Well, good job. How's that going? Did you learn anything new? He seems to be having a rough time over there.
He's having a rough time right now. I haven't really. They like made me put a little cheater device on V so they could like tune into what she's doing whenever she goes into the corridors of remembrance and shit.
You
So I'm
receive
playing it
I'm
down.
worried
ascending.
about me. Dumb as hell. Why are y'all all worried about me?
What'd you say, Scott?
You receive ascending. I'll let you decide if that translates into
Who
her
does?
head.
Who's receiving it?
Yumi is getting this sending.
Oh.
Oh,
I'll let you decide if it's telepathically going. But it's I imagine the secretary being like, "You have a call." That would be your patron. You have a call from Artheon, hella child.
Direct.
And it says, "Amazing job, Yumi. Listening to B made it super easy to win back Jessamine. And Isalela, the other girl I'm screwing. Meet me tonight at Corridors. And gain 1 positive relationship point with Artheon Hollow Child."
But point of clarity, is it Layla or is it Annabella?
It's
the blonde girl?
Annabella. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
It's Annabella.
I was like, I think I like Isalela. What? And I was like, okay.
It's Isalela
He's gonna
Feldman.
get fucked over so hard.
She's a
Isalela
stoner.
Feldman and Annabella Lilyneth. So I'm like,
Yeah.
why did I do that to myself?
Annabella, you didn't know they were going to be important. And I like Isalela. Annabella is the girl who hates her.
Yeah,
I just
but
wanted to
he
clarify. I was
fucking
like,
Annabella, right?
He's fucking both of them. Do
He's
they
fucking the
know?
blonde
Because
girl.
I need that to be in the fucking bleed. Avenge me.
Yeah, not the right person to tell.
the perfect person to tell. Yumi loves
Yeah,
chaos.
the best person
Right.
to know. And I look at
So
Penny and I'm
does
like, girl, he cheated.
also, I feel like every time I've ever had a conversation with the two of you, you're always like having a side conversation in the head. So I imagine I'm just a Peanuts character to you, just like wah 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 wah.
Well, Penny's fake as fuck. Penny does talk out loud. Like, she will talk out loud and also have mental conversations simultaneously because she's used to having the voice in her head, so she's always used to
Oh, that's
doing
true.
it. So she's pretty good at covering it up. She doesn't have to be like. Do you think that the Hollow children are involved with Bee's missingness? I assume she's not dead, but she likes to bite people.
As you
know.
say that, I'm like,
she does like to bite people quite a bit. I would assume it would have something to do with one of those girls.
well, Bognak will also say it's like, yes, I have been. Yeah, Sandoval told me that Jessamine did it.
There we
He
go.
alluded to it, but you know.
Well,
Well,
he did just look in her
Jessamine.
general direction and say
Right.
her. But that's
So
that's
Yeah, that's true.
Who could he mean?
Well, she is on my kill list, so I have no problem removing her from the equation. I think that and I'll pop back into Yumi's head. Do you think you could do your brain thing on Jessamine and figure out where she's keeping? If I come in with a little aggression,
Oh, we can manage that.
I
Really
think
quiet.
we should approach Jessamine and have a little conversation with her. Then, if she's the one running things.
Absolutely. Say no more.
while they do that, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna try and get us ready for the exam because she's infessed up. We gotta find B. So I'm gonna talk to Sazmath, see if I can figure out what the exam involves, and then I'll talk to Medium Rare and see if we can get a Bane for it. So
Break.
3, 2, 1, squad. Oh, nobody did it.
Oh,
Just bald. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot we did
Ooh,
it.
now I didn't do it.
All right, so
like,
I've only got one cheer.
B stands in front of a bush with multicolored berries, looking up to a platform way up in the air. 2 tigers. What is she doing?
I'm definitely gonna take 2
Whoa.
handfuls of berries first before I do anything.
Okay.
I don't know what these
Just
do, but I'm
random
gonna take
ones?
some of those. Yeah. I guess if there's a bush to my left and a bush to my right, I'm taking handfuls of each of them and stuffing them in my pockets.
Great.
Can I eat them?
trial and
Yeah.
error.
Add 10
No.
multicolored berries to your inventory.
Any specific
Fried berries.
like color, so I will know how
Multicolored.
to like tell them apart. Okay, they're all
Yeah.
multicolored.
And then when we run out of
Right.
colors
Fucking
on the
over.
rainbow, we'll make up colors. They're all different colors.
Roy G. Bibb.
Everything raw.
Yes, Roy G. Biv and his cousin Roy G. Biv. Because you have multiple.
I know this might be weird just because it's like probably not the same at all, but since B lived like outdoors and was so much of like a hunter gatherer, like scavenger,
Yeah,
would she
you live in the jungle.
recognize any of these berries?
Roll a history check.
I didn't know if they'd be something that's common like in all of Silvernell or like
It's
obviously I
definitely
don't-
not common in the jungles of Colbrador, but it has been
Matule.
130 years since basically the mixing of the phase plant life and the jungles plant life.
I got a 2, so at this point I feel like I just should fucking eat one of them.
Berries are berries. Okay, you eat a yellow one, and all of a sudden you stretch out 10 feet in every direction. Just your body. You feel completely
Bigger than
normal.
Bognak.
You feel completely normal, but you're stretched
That's
out.
called the
So you
the
turn
double
and start
Bognak.
hitting a jungle tree. You're like a big plank of wood, but you feel normal.
Double
Okay,
B.
and how far above me was that plank that the tigers are on?
50 feet.
Is there any more yellow berries, or that was the only yellow berry?
Yeah, there's some yellow berries.
Okay, I'm gonna eat. If there's 4 more, I'm gonna eat 4 more of the yellow berries and hope that I'll be 50 by 50.
Okay, so your body just completely continues in both directions, bashes through the jungle on each side, and wedges you in like a knife in cheese in both directions.
Oh my god.
Okay,
And now you're like, feel like I'm being restrained on my shoulders.
Okay, but now I'm assuming that I'm within eye level of the tigers. So I'm touching the edges, but not the top of the jar.
No, you're not growing upwards. You're just growing side to side. So right now you are 2,
Damn,
4.
I thought I was going sideways and upwards.
No,
Oh
you're
my
just
god,
You're
that
being
was pointless.
stretched. So you're 2, 4, 6, 8. You're 100 feet in each direction. So right now you are 200 feet wide, busting into the sides of the jungle. You are a weird image.
Okay.
In theory, couldn't she turn on her
Just-
side? Her head would be.
That's what I was about to do. I'm gonna flip on my side, and now I'm gonna have an
Well,
arm that's 50 feet up
You
in the air.
can't
and-
get on your side because you're wedged into the jungle like and it's so tight like walls. So
I
you're just
hate
like
this.
kind of stuck now.
Okay.
B. Only B would get into the situation.
Yeah,
what?
literally.
I mean, honestly, and I just fucked that up so bad, but I feel like that was so canon to who she is as a person too. If I yell at the tigers, am I within are they within range to hear me?
Yeah.
If I cast speak to animals,
It lasts an
Yeah.
hour, didn't you say?
I did. Okay, I didn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk to the tigers and be like, "Hey, what the hell is going on?"
You're gonna hear from up top. Oh my! I do believe that plank is talking to us. I couldn't possibly imagine what that thing is. You down there? What are you talking about?
I have no idea, to be honest. But I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm a little confused. I'm trying to get the hell out of wherever I am.
Oh, yes, Scale. There's no problem at all. Just eat one of the blueberries.
Okay, she's gonna eat a blueberry.
You're still gonna be the same length. You're gonna start to fill with water like a balloon, kind of crushing the jungle around you. And they're both. She actually did it. She actually just a tiger in the middle of the jungle.
yes.
Oh
Don't,
my god.
don't let him get to you. Eat an orange berry.
The other one pops up. Yes. Eat an orange berry.
I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna eat an orange one.
Your head is
Good
gonna
job.
turn into one of those big pony heads, but it's like so big, boom! It just
Love
like
this.
falls like. I'm going to laugh so much.
I love this so much.
Meanwhile, B is like getting angrier and angrier. All right, honey.
Can I bust out of this jar? In theory, like if I continued to eat yellow berries until I got so wide that I genuinely like break the jar.
Do you
is
want
that a
to?
possibility?
All right.
Logic. I mean,
Okay,
do
so
it.
you ate 4 yellow berries, and and you had 1 before that, so that's 5. You put 10 in your pocket. I guess you can reach on the bush, but you only see. Son of a bitch! You only see 6 yellow berries left. Are you grabbing them and eating them?
Is this gonna screw me over in the like? Is this only happening in the jar?
I
have
don't
no
know. We're
idea
both
how-
tripping.
I'll eat all the berries. Fuck it. That's the only other idea I have at this point. I'm gonna eat the other 6.
Till you hear a tink, and you just feel like someone's on your shoulder. You feel normal, but you've gone completely through the jungle.
I hope I killed the tigers in the process of that because that was really shitty of them. I hope I squished them.
You didn't. You're only going sideways. You're not going up.
Just
Forgetting
spin around
that.
like a
Damn
blender.
it.
Centrifugal force. You get him.
So
Have-
right now, B. This is B.
Yeah.
That's the jungle. That's the jungle. Right there's your head.
Which
And
is
then
a
the
horse
other
head.
sides are the jars too.
Giant
because
horse head.
Yeah.
At this point too, I'm guessing I'm so constricted that I can't even like reach in my pockets and get anything at this point.
You still can. You still can. You still can.
I'm gonna grab my katana and just start going ham at the sides of the jar.
Okay, I don't even know how to explain what that is right there, but we're gonna go to Penny and Yumi really fast.
Yeah. Grasping at straws at this point.
Do you want to approach her? Actually, I have.
So I'll stay back here. If you want to approach, I'll observe and jump in when needed.
Well, actually, I think if we get Clea now, she can do a little trick, and I think that we can coerce our friend into telling you some secrets she didn't mean to. If I can get Clea now to
okay.
look like B, and then you're with Jessamine and you see us, she'll be like, "What? B's out?" And you'll be like, "What? B's out? From where?" And then she'll tell you the secrets, or you can listen to her brain or whatever. I don't know. Do you
Okay.
think? All right.
I'm down for the cause.
I'm
I'll
think
go
that
look.
these
I'll,
two
so I'll
have
go
this pretty
approach
well handled.
Jessamine.
I'm gonna get my girlfriend.
I'm gonna go to Jessamine and be like, "What's up, girl? How are you doing today?"
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Look, I'm kind of having a freak out right now, okay? Because I've got this little piece of hair right here. Like, I fucking love this hair. The way it falls in front of my face. And I've been seeing Tailor going around fucking people all week. Just, like, screwing with people. So I would
Oh,
be
the
in
bald
so
guy.
much debt if you could just keep him away from me. Like, I know Artheon would love that.
I'm
As
Sure.
Bognak literally kept
Yeah.
him away from Jessamine earlier.
literally. Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. You're so nice, Molly. I really, really appreciate this.
There's no taming this.
I want to. I assume that the threesome's never too far away, and I want to approach Clea Nile and ask her to turn into B and just stand with me and Morton's out.
Oh, I hope
in
I
the
don't
hallway.
have to do the biting, but yeah, that's fine. She's gonna get under the table, and out you see B crawl. She's got a hunch because she can't like go all the way to her height, so she's got a hunch to like look more. I'm afraid I'm still a little tall. I mean,
And then Morton Dow, myself, and Newbie will walk out at the end of the hallway, but definitely in the sight of Jessamine. And I'll just be talking to B. I'll be like fixing her hair, looking at her.
I'm dirty.
Uh,
I'm dirty.
I'm starting to think Clean Owl wrote that note.
And I'm like, B, you were gone for so long, I didn't know where you were. I'm glad you're back.
Oh, they found B.
I was gone.
And then I'll mentally tag Yumi to do their part.
Jessamine.
Yeah, and so
Go
at
ahead.
that point, I'll like look over and I'll be like, "Oh, they must have found B." Why do you look so shocked, girl?
Mouth agap.
Of course, Cleonal rolls well too.
After feet.
And just looks at Yumi and was like, Molly, let's go get drinks and gibbles. Your friends are coming.
At this point, I'm just gonna cast Detect Thought on her.
Okay, as she turns in front of you and is walking forward, she's like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god, I gotta get the girls, oh this is bad, how does she get out, oh my god, Artheon's gonna kill him, makes her way up to
Okay.
Gibbles. Are you going?
Yeah, I'll go to Gibbles with her.
You see Annabella Lilyneth is up there with Artheon. As you guys walk in, they both just kind of like do that awkward nothing was happening kind of thing. And Jessamine, completely oblivious, is going to walk in and be like, shut the door, Yumi.
Shut the door.
We've got a fucking problem.
Artheon's like,
Jessamine, can you please stop spitting when you talk? Like, God, you just got it all over my sandwich.
I'm sorry, Artheon, okay? I'm really stressed right now.
I truly despise this man.
Stop, dude, stop.
Anyways, Annabella,
But it's sandwich.
that's why I would have made a better president for all of us.
I know.
Oh my god.
What is it, Jessamine?
B got out, and I don't know how the fuck she got out, but she got out.
No, that's not possible. It's an enchanted item. Like, Culverlek gave me that himself. I got it from Kamappa. And she'll be like, then how the fuck did she get out? Are you sure it was even her? What do you mean? Like, yes? Did you do any checks? Artheon's like, I swear to God, guys, if another person spits on my food. Look,
Did you do
make
any
sure
checks?
it's the right bee. Like, anybody can just, like, fucking change forms. I saw a freshman one time do it. Artheon looks at
As
her.
this is happening, I'm like reciting all of this to Penny. I'm just like in Penny's head, like it's this, and this, that, and that.
She's
Looking
gonna
for
be like,
looking for a location or something, and I have Cleo now turn back to being Cleo now, just in case someone returns. But yeah, just waiting to see like if we can get like something to act on, and I'm just like,
Artheon's
go.
gonna say, look, you two, we're going to exams in like 15 minutes. After that, I'm gonna go spy on the council. When that's done, I'll just fucking kill her, okay? And both of them are like, oh, thank you. It's like, okay, please, just let me eat. Tails is just
So she's
standing there.
Dead? I take it.
Huh?
Nothing. I was
Oh,
thinking
okay.
out loud.
But Artheon's gonna shoo everybody away, and yeah, they're gonna be like, thanks, Molly, but like we're kind of busy.
Yeah, I guess busy trying to finish some business y'all started with B.
Yeah.
Okay. Toodles.
Anyways, back with bald guys.
So we're just standing there T-posing because we don't really know what to do with this. Not just kidding. Gonna go up to Sazmath.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, professor. Hey, professor. I heard you're the one that arranged our exam today, right?"
Oh yeah, boys, don't you worry. It's gonna be an easy one. Now you all know that the
Wait.
only exam you take is for monsters and oozes. You have monsters and oozes every week, so this is all based off monsters and oozes you've seen.
Okay. So I just, Taylor and I were a little concerned because, well, I'm not the, I'm not the best student, and Taylor has, admittedly, 7 out of 9 times, unfortunately, not been successful in exams, and
professors like me.
we're number
it's a
two.
normal
We're
thing.
number 2 in the rankings right now. I mean, just the two of us. So if something happened to us, I mean, we plummet, and I just don't want to see it affect Venom Run playoffs.
Well, boys, Venom Run's really important. I performed in Venom Run myself last year. Don't ask how. But, look, you're gonna have to keep up with your studies, okay? You're gonna have the muscle out here and the muscle in here. Okay?
I've worked really hard. I just want to make sure I got the muscle in here ready. Do you mind giving me a hint of what muscle it's gotta be?
So I don't want to be that guy, but the brain's not a muscle.
Listen
It's-
here,
it's
you
more
two
of-
cool tabaxis. It's a two-parter, okay? The first one, we're gonna focus on the monsters that terrorize the jungles of northern Colbrador. Well, we've done all trimester. The second one, okay, is gonna be focusing on how we push away those peoples in the quarters and their memories. We go straight for our objectives, okay? Don't worry. They're both written tests.
Okay. And if you had to put a skill to... I'm just kidding.
It's a DC of...
Good job, McKinnon, you break it down.
So it's like a memory exam and then like a social kind of exam is what I'm hearing, right?
So you're putting us into small groups?
Yeah, I was in a small group situation. Please don't. I pull him in close. Please don't put me with Tailor.
Don't worry, boys. The
What are you
first
talking
exam
about
of the
over
year,
there?
I try to go easy. It's the next one you're gonna have to worry yourself.
I'll be just as worried on this one. And this is actually just a reflection of me when I would go up to professors in college and be like, hey, I'm torn between B and D on this one. So do you guys mind, like, just anything you can give me would really appreciate. Because
And before you know it, it's exam time.
oh,
All
wait,
right.
medium rare. Medium rare.
Oh, medium rare?
Give me an advance.
What did you want to know for medium rare?
I wanted to see if he could cast enhanceability.
He's gonna look at Tailor. Why? You don't need my help. You're literally the best cheater. You've successfully done 2 out of 9 exams.
It's more than anyone.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Yeah. No, I'm good. No, my friend here is the one who's seeking counsel. This
I'm
evening.
straight and narrow, but it does sound kind of like maybe it sounds like the exam's gonna maybe have like how we get people out of the way. I'm not sure if it's
Tailor, did we have like a thing or something that like makes you think we're like really good friends? Did you?
No, I just know. You know what? I just know that you are the best. You're the best, and
Persuasion check.
just the best. Okay. All right,
You're just so good. That stuff.
I'm so surprised you didn't take the
I
intimidation
got a
route.
22.
Okay, you didn't need it. Yeah, he's like, okay, fine. You know what? This is a cool guy anyways. Hey, congrats on Venom Run and stuff. That was really cool. He's talking to
Thanks,
Bognak.
man. Wow.
Sorry.
No,
Bognak had
I couldn't
stories
do it
written about
without-
him in the paper.
I couldn't do it without Team Bald Eagle, man. This guy
All right.
makes it happen.
Just don't worry about it. It's over.
Hey, just do me a favor. Whatever you do, kick Artheon's ass.
Oh, we did last week.
All right, you have now been enhanced, Bognak.
Sick. Cool.
And why don't we start with you? The exams. Professor Sazmath will say, this trimester we focused on the monsters that terrorize the jungles of northern Colbrador. The black-tentacled Thoris and Silvernook, the rock-devouring Noi Noi in the wall below North Wall. All monsters of the natural jungle. Which is why the first part of your exam will be identifying the monsters and oozes by the remnants they leave behind on plant life in their path. So, we'll do the first part first. So, Bognak, why don't you give me a nature check? And you do not have any rerolls, correct?
I did get rerolls.
You did? 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Got it. Amazing. -2 on nature.
All right. This is you taking the test.
Takes out a notebook.
I don't have a good nature. Enhanceability has a specific, like you have to pick like a specific school.
Let me look at it.
Yeah. So it's like you basically pick something to give somebody advantage on.
Check. Temporary hit points. Strength checks. Okay. And dexterity
Intelligence
checks.
makes sense.
Doesn't take damage from falling. Oh, intelligence, wisdom.
So I'd probably be interested in bull, cat, eagle, fox, owl. And it's basically just strength, dexterity, charisma, intelligence, or wisdom.
Sure. We'll say they gave you the right one.
Okay. Well, love that.
All right, so you have advantage.
17.
All right, do you want to use your reroll?
Not on a 17.
Okay. All right. Yumi. Nature check for the first part of the exam.
15.
Nice.
Tailor.
Do I still do nature check if I'm cheating?
Oh, you're cheating? Okay, no, you need to do 2 things for me right now. 1, a deception check, and then 2, a sleight of hand check. Nothing added to those, just straight check.
Deception, sleight of hand. So I got a 23 on deception and a 19 on sleight of
Get a
hand.
nat 20.
This guy is the best cheater of all time.
You guys don't even
Yeah, that's
see
pretty
Taylor
cool.
moving.
2.
You just look over and Taylor just like blinks at you. Winks, I guess. All right, cool.
Blinks with one eye.
Penny.
Cool. No. So there are plants. Does that help me at all?
They leave behind on plant life in their path. No. If it was in the hothouse.
Come on, Penny.
4.
You can do
Wah,
it.
wah, wah. Okay, the next part. Professor Sazmat says, in the corridors of remembrance, you enter another's mind. But from their memories, you face real beings. You learn to deceive them and move on with your mission, a skill that will aid you in the real world. For the second part of your exam, you will need to tell me a surefire way to deceive a citizen in each location visited this trimester in Northern Colbrador. So start with Bognak. That is a deception check.
All right, cool. So deception.
Straight roll, and then you have a reroll if you need it.
I'm going to use the reroll.
Okay?
19 total. So, and I do think the way that plays out is Bognak goes up to him. He's like, "Hi, I'm Bognak, the health inspector. I'm here to see the back of this shop. Please excuse me." As he just makes his way through. But as he plays it off,
Okay.
because he's so honest.
Yumi. Deception check. And Penny.
Dun dun dun
Come
dun.
on, Penny. That's
Dun,
a
Deception.
That's your wheelhouse. Come on.
It's only a 23.
Oh, only is.
I did well on that one.
Very nice. The results are posted the next morning, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Penny passed. Bognak, Yumi, and Taylor aced the exams.
Of course.
Also,
Nice.
Penny failed the nature part of the exam. LOL. Which is also always her thing. They're like, make a nature. She's like, I don't know plants. I just am a plant. I'm a plant. I don't know.
Study me.
For the next 8 weeks, you are good with your extracurriculars and jobs. You do not have to go to tutoring. Back, sliced into the Fey woods like a warm knife and butter. What is Bee doing with the woes of her life now?
Well, when we last left, my thought at that point was I'm just gonna take the katana and start trying to break the glass of thing
So
I'm trapped in.
I imagine that like you're stretched out and you're able to like get it in the jungle, but your head is in the middle. You can't see through the jungle, so your hands are just like in the jungle, like. So you're right now, like after that time, you're just like cutting down the jungle.
She's like
You
a
can maybe,
she's like a glow stick girl at a rave.
roll a perception check to see through what you've cut through the jungle.
A 14.
Yeah, you can see the glass on the left side.
Is it? What? I can do nothing. Like, at this point, my body is so large. Like, I want to just be able to get out of here and then everybody be like, B, what the fuck? Like, how'd you end up here? But I genuinely feel at this point like somebody's going to have to figure out how to get me out of here.
All right, B, roll an insight check. As the tigers look down, laughing at you, the berries in your pocket weighing you down.
17.
B, in her last moments, realizes that she's only tried 2 colors of these berries.
Tried yellow and blue. Right?
Yeah.
Orange, right? Because one was
She
the
didn't.
horse.
She didn't eat the
And
orange.
orange.
Yeah, horse. One is the horse head.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There was
yeah,
one
I
she-
did. Yeah, I ate 3. Okay. Try a red berry. I mean,
as you
lost
eat
all
the red berry,
options.
your body slowly like starts to spin, but like the jungle foliage is so dense, you're almost like a fan that's getting
Oh.
stuck.
Can I hold my katana out as that happens, like to try to cut through as I'm spinning?
Sure, but like you don't get any momentum. You're like pushed up against the
Yeah.
jungle, so it's just.
If I eat another one, I'm assuming I'm gonna go faster, so I'm gonna do that. Eat another red one.
It's slowly pushing more and more, just like crushing through the jungle slowly.
Try a pink one. Good.
As you're pushing through slowly, you start to levitate,
Mmm.
but you're still going
Good.
super slow.
I'm gonna eat. How many pink ones are there?
Oh, there's got to be about 10 to 15.
Okay, I'm gonna eat like 7.
Your
pink
body
ones.
starts to speed up, and you just become this spinning fan, chopping the jungle all around with your
This is so
katana.
scary.
As you're like slowly flying up in the air, you feel normal, so you feel like you're just like, what is going on? Like cutting with my katana, but
Yeah.
you're just this stretch out thing. As you just start, you hear the tiger screaming up there as you spin, going up very slowly, like a helicopter, like 2 mile an hour. As you're just slowly approaching up, chopping, jungle is falling down because you're severing it in half, and you just become a blender, slow-moving blender.
I'm gonna keep going until I get to the tigers because now I got beef with them, so I'm gonna kill them for fucking with me.
The tigers, like you get close, they're like, okay, well, wait.
Beat
And
the
another one
blade.
is holding like a golden key, and he's like, we'll give you this, please don't kill us.
Make all of this stop, and I'll stop it.
Yes.
I make all of this stop.
He takes a white berry from his pocket and throws it.
Just opens her little horse mouth like super slow motion.
The tongue comes out, wraps
Down the
around,
road.
yeah.
Yeah.
pulls it in. You fly up in the air, back to normal size, plop, and the other tiger spins and grabs you with his tail and pulls you in, and he gives you a key, please, and they push you right in front of this door, high up in the air with a lock.
Just turn around. I'm like, thanks, guys. And I just go through, like completely unfazed. Like Erica's very phased by that, but B was just probably like,
Good. Traumatized.
As soon as you get through, they shut the door behind you, and you hear, whoo! But now in front of you is a fairy hospital with all these fairies mangled, and there's like 4 fairies stacked on top of each other in like a nurse outfit, and they're like, oh, all these fairies are like, ah!
I'm gonna go and ask them
Back then.
what is causing them pain.
They don't seem to speak common.
I speak. No. Okay, I can't talk to them. I have a healing potion. I have a healing potion on me from back in the very beginning with the seniors.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, they didn't say, but B knows that this would help her feel better. Like, she's not that dumb. She knows that this would help her feel better if she didn't feel good, so she just puts it on, like, the table in front of the one that's closest to her.
All right, these fairies are very small. One of them grabs it, downs about 1/4 of it, and starts to regenerate. The cast on her foot just kind of pops off. Ah! Like her wings start to hands it over, so 4 fairies become totally cool. As they jump up in the air, you notice their wings all look like fruits. Like there's like a strawberry one and a banana one and like a blueberry one. Oh, and they're all like wrapping around you, happy and joyous, pushing you to the other fairies.
Okay.
Waku.
I guess I'll give them the rest of the berries that I took. Earlier?
Before you know it, in the room, boof, 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 one fairy spins, one fairy elongates, or fairy, one fairy starts bouncing off the wall like flubber, one fairy turns black and white. All these fairies are like going crazy, and the other 4 fairies are just looking around the room, and they look at you and start pushing you and pointing at their friends.
Okay, can I just like leave? Is there a door?
Yeah, there's a door
Like,
on the
is
other
there-
side.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, it's not locked. You open
gonna
the door.
try.
It's all behind you, and you just hear in the sky,
Okay.
damn it. You come upon the same jungle scene you were just at 3 doors ago. That jungle in a circle. There's the caverns that go all the way down this floating. There's no bridge. There's dead fairy parts everywhere. And there's this giant troll with like eating a fairy's head off. Starts coming towards you. Meanwhile, back at
Guys, we're
Dragontooth.
top of the class. Yeah.
Congrats for you guys. That must be great.
Mia
Literally
still
having the
missing. She
worst
didn't make it
acid
to
trip of
class.
my life, meanwhile. But the crowd getting an A, guys.
She didn't make it to class today. Now I'm worried since she didn't attend the exams. That's particularly a problem. But I don't think she's in reachable means either. So
Yeah, she's definitely reachable.
Maybe we can talk to the professor and explain what happened, that she was incapacitated, like kidnapped or something. Oh, Rosh could back it up. I can talk to my so I'm Inger's Padawan. What is Inger to me? This is an ACT question.
A teacher
Bognak
who
is
likes
to
you.
Padawan as Inger is to mentor?
Sure, yeah.
What did they call Palpatine?
She's
Sugar
your mentor.
daddy?
She's not your Jedi. She's your mentor.
He's not a Jedi, he's a Sith Lord. But anyway.
Yeah, she's your mentor.
Your master. That's what Palpatine is.
he's your master.
Yeah,
Am I gonna
Master
say it out
Palpatine.
loud?
That's a good
Yeah.
one, Jess. Yeah. Yeah, I can maybe talk to Inger about this. I don't know.
Okay.
We know Jessamine did it. I mean, did you guys find anything earlier when we split up?
I just want to say you actually talked to all the teachers that you just mentioned, and they're all looking at you like you're a complete fool. And
Oh no, I wasn't saying I'm gonna go up. And talk
Inger's
to her.
like,
I believe you. But so what?
So there's nothing I can do to like find her. I mean, like until we find a body or something.
If we find that the murder wasn't successful,
Also, do you have any tips for a successful murder? I'm asking for a friend.
yes. When I'm so glad you asked. When they go to use the toilet, you stab a sword up them.
So I have to wait in the toilets.
Yes.
That'll be tough.
Oh, that's
that'll be
even
hard.
better.
Doable. That's doable.
That'll be hard. They're in the advanced student dorm.
Yes.
Um,
I hope that helps.
Thanks, Inger.
Do we, of the other people within the Gaz rebellion, we knowing that she's in the walls, is there a way that we know to like communicate with her if we need to pass along some sort of information? Since they're always listening, is there a way we can?
well, Aviv is
like-
going to approach you, anxious about the student council meeting that's about to happen in 10
Oh
minutes.
yeah, we have a student council meeting. That's right.
He's
Yeah,
he's
we're
actually
gonna-
very nervous, and he's like, well, what message are you trying to give? What
Oh,
message are you trying to
well-
pass?
Well, I was trying to get it to you before this meeting, but Artheon plans to be snooping in on this meeting as well as wherever she may be, has a little listening source on B. But I think you should use that to spread some misinformation to him to get him to,
Okay,
act on the wrong
actually,
things.
This is actually kind of perfect. I was going to
Classic
propose
double cross.
on the agenda. I have proposed a special achievement for outstanding student reward. Basically, it's just a bedroom that's above the furnace that like can look over everything. Now, I'm doing this because obviously Artheon's going to pull the system or pull the strings with staff to get him to do it. But really, he's just trapping himself in a prison right where everybody can see him at all times. But we'll just make it look really nice and spend a lot of money to make it look nice. Oh, that's great because I was totally going to reveal it there. Okay,
I love it.
perfect. Council time.
So Taylor's in on the.
Yes.
Is Taylor in on the Finnegal stuff at this point after having done the Hall of Remembrance and everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's on city council too. So
Okay, so I
Welcome,
changed the
Taylor.
map for you so you can see the council.
let's use that.
Okay, so the student body, Inger is going to oversee the whole thing. She's going to say welcome to all the students. Congratulations.
I am a fly on the wall. I am not here. I am just here to pass on your final decree and verify it with the headmaster.
Introducing the president, Aviv Trath. On the left here, you've all met Aviv. The vice president across is Ignat. She is a second year. The student body treasurer is Two Teeth, right there, Mr. Two Teeth. And the student body secretary, Acnora Femix, a 3rd year, right there in the purple. And
Ooh, she kind of hot.
the student
Right.
body reporter is Reve. She is a 3rd year, right there. She works for the Bleed. She doesn't vote. She's just there to report. Representing House Chronosteer is Jeremy Hollins, the 1st year. And all of these representatives of the student bodies are 1st year. It's a triumphant year for 1st years. House Barrelhorn is Bognak T. Bruiser. And for Valorgrim, Penelope Flora. And then there are 6 council members who are there just to vote. Now, their vote will all count as one. They are Ferris Travagwin, Nisa Hagblatt, Russ Quinn, Ayla Nerona, Tailor, and Darkrunner. The House representatives, their votes will count for 2.
That's it.
So, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it'll be 17 votes total.
So it's majority, just 9 versus 8, basically.
Yes. First thing on the docket is meal delivery to advanced student quarters. This one was proposed by Russ Quinn. He is going to... Oh, wait, no, sorry, he can't. He just votes. He can't propose things. I think that might have just been Aviv. He's like, it's really just to get people on our side. It's simple. The demons would, instead of them having to go out to the dinner, we're just going to DoorDash it right to the student chambers. They don't even have to come out to the furnace.
Bognak's going to eye Taylor for his vote. Like, what are you thinking?
You to me? Well, obviously we should make the demon dinner people responsible for this task. And I found myself, and I'm going to kind of motion over. Am I speaking, or am I just talking to Bognak?
He's going to give you the eyes.
Well, you have
Like,
some time when things are proposed to talk amongst yourself and debate freely to each other.
Gotcha. Okay, so just only Bognak can hear me then.
Sure.
Right, okay. All right, so Baldneck, I have spent some time in the past 4 weeks to gain favor with the dinner demons. So I think that if we want to extend our baldness and be successful with this, I think we know the right call here. I think we propose, unless things are already like that, where the dinner demons are already bringing dinners over to the advanced student quarters. I think we should.
I think it's more opportunity for your plan.
Yeah.
I initially thought maybe reject it, but now it's, well, my only concern is that somebody can tamper with it again in between the hallways.
The only problem that we have is I think the only way we're going to be able to gain their favor so that they do what we want is if we present with them bones. Right? That's what they like. That's what they prefer. If we give them bones, they'll do pretty much anything, especially if it's something as subtle as just dropping a little bit of poison in dishes. So I think that this would benefit us if they were to continue providing meals this way.
Great.
So,
all right. Aye.
Cool.
Okay, anybody else want to talk, or are we going to a vote?
No, Penny's down to say yes. So
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, there's only a couple people that say no. It's the House representative for Chronosteer, which is Jeremy, the tabaxi under Bognak right there, and Two Teeth, the treasurer. So it passes. Now they don't even have to leave the advanced student chambers for dinner. All right, next on the docket.
Oh, man. Okay.
No, it's still good because they still transfer the dinner.
they trap themselves inside them. They need to hide.
Okay,
Yeah, we can't get them now.
now
But
to
also you get inside
repurpose
the-
the telescope in the observatory so it can move all around. Right now it's kind of stuck at like a 30-degree angle of the sky, but students want to be able to look back and look down. So who wants to do that? Let's all talk amongst ourselves.
Who proposed that?
That one was proposed by Ferris Travagwin. Nope, I keep choosing the people who can't propose things.
I was like, also she's blind.
Yes.
It's like, I want the telescope fixed.
Ignat,
Why?
the vice president. That makes sense with what she likes.
I'm
Word.
I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna talk to. Has Penny shared with Bognak that she's got like kind of a stranglehold hold on the watching community with Viney right now, or no?
No,
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
Okay. So then there's no point for me to. So it's like, yeah, Bognak wants the telescope to move. Like he went up there the first night of school.
Yeah,
so
Ignat is going to
I.
say that it used to be the technology it could just see through the wall, and that's why it was pointing there, because it could only see walls that was really close. But they fixed it and enhanced it over years that the wall can be further and further away, so it can see through more. So it's time that it can swivel to the other far side of the room and see through that wall.
Yeah, I say aye. As long as it's not down.
Any nays?
I'm for it.
All right, it passes. They can move the telescope all around now. Action 5. The school beautification proposed by Penelope Flora.
Nay.
Flora.
Can we hear some details of this proposal?
Yeah. I simply would just like to spruce up the school a little bit. I know we live in a prison cell, but it doesn't have to look as drabby. And I know people are super worried about that. So we will just be starting with the first installation in the Valgrim Common Room. And faculty, Maya Trevels, will be overseeing and approving the plants to make sure that no one is using them for nefarious things. They're just there to be pretty and looked at, and not for nefarious, like not to hurt anyone. They won't shoot things at you. They'll be the safest plants we have here. And yeah, we just don't want to have to look at all these stone walls all the time. Sometimes you just have to look at something pretty.
Okay, take a vote. Yeas and nays.
It'd be heartless to vote against this plan.
Nisa Hagblatt is going to emphatically say no.
Nisa's my boss. Nisa's my boss for the campus grounds job, right?
Yeah, she tells you that is way too much to clean after and clean.
That's literally what Bognak was thinking selfishly as well. So, like,
Penny Penny will be taking care of the plants in this plant. She's not letting anyone else. Like she'll be tending to the plants because she's moving up in that.
Yeah,
roll a persuasion check.
May?
Yeah, because now Jeremy's thinking, yeah, he doesn't want that either.
A 24.
Nisa's like, fine, if you're gonna take care of it. Jeremy's like, still, I don't.
Yeah. As long as you're taking care of it. If we want expansion of this project outside of Varagrim, it's a bigger conversation. But for now, yeah. Sure.
I would love to expand it outside of Valgrim and still, but only into the common rooms and
honestly,
still be me cleaning it up because it's part of my thing anyway with the hothouse. So
honestly, just create more jobs. We love more jobs, people. Let's just say.
Okay,
yes.
so Penny, when will you be doing this, watering the plants? Because you'll have to do it daily.
She will. Yeah, no, she would add it into her hothouse routine.
Okay.
She's just like adding it to her
Aviv says, well, in the proposal, does it give you a better job? Or no, it's an extracurricular. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, Penny gets no gain from it. There's no gain besides it things looking pretty and she's doing all the work. That's what
Dark Runner says no, and Jeremy says no, but everyone else seems pretty chill. All right, it passes. We will put Inger or Professor Trevels on that. We're going to start with the Valgrim house and implement it over the next trimester to every common room. All right, next up, and this is proposed by Aviv. All murders are illegal, successful or not, turned to stone.
Ooh.
He said, look, my whole thing that I ran on was bringing us together against the establishment.
She's like, oh no, I love confrontation.
I think that they're working against us. And no matter what I propose, the teachers and the headmaster, they have to pass it, so we might as well try. I say every single time someone tries to scratch on someone else's head, we punish them. We need to work together.
Now, is this limited to only students, or is this all faculty involved here at Dragontooth?
I'm sure they'll cut it, but I say everyone. Down to
do we have the
down to
authority
dinner
as
demons.
students? Do we have the authority as students to propose this for people and faculty?
Inger says you can propose anything, and it will be reviewed after if it passes. All of this has to be reviewed.
If hypothetically, a member of faculty were to murder someone, whether it be a student or another faculty member, who would enforce this? Who would enforce this?
Aviv is going to look at Inger. She says, Aviv goes, I assume if we write it in carefully, the other teachers would have to enforce it.
Let's say, okay, hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, let's say faculty is involved in some kind of conspiracy to cause a murder to happen. Now, if all the students were aware of this, that the faculty were involved in this, would the faculty in some way be able to overrule the punishment for this crime? Now, we have to make sure that all bases are being covered here, is what I'm saying.
Aviv is
So
going
we're
to
gonna
look
pass
at Professor Inger. Professor Inger is just going to smile at him and be like, "Ooh, you really wish I wasn't in here, don't you?" And he's going to say, "Tailor, that's what we're doing. We believe that is going on. And no, I don't believe that part will pass. And we can put it in, but if there is a conspiracy with the teachers, they will obviously not hold each other accountable." And he's going to look at you and give a slight wink that only you notice and be like, "We know things."
Penny raises her hand.
Yes.
Well, I would just like to say that I lost my train of thought. Oh wait, I raised my hand and forgot what I was going to say. What are we voting on?
All murder is illegal.
Oh yeah. I think a problem that we have is this is an institution for those who are villainously inclined, and having a parasite in your group is never good, and punishing those for removing parasites is also not such a good thing. It not to rain on the parade. I just want to say that there are people here we can't, like, if Artheon was at the table doing things, you'd want to get rid of Artheon, but like, as a metaphor, of course. But like, if there was someone like that, you wouldn't want to have them around, and sometimes you just want to kill them. But also, I do think that having public ones be illegal also increases the effectiveness of the villain. You'd have to work harder. But also, if you don't rub anyone wrong, then why would you die?
I just don't want the weakest at our school. I think that they can be useful. Even if they can't fight, maybe they can strategize, maybe they can help the cause. And what we're doing is we're putting them up on a platter like this school has always done. And if we don't pass this, we could lose some really good minds. Because at the end of the day, the platform we ran on it's not us for each other. It's us versus her. And points towards Inger. And she's like,
well, how about this?
But not Inger. I'd be like, oh, I like
maybe like a probationary thing where we, and she gestures to the student council, we are the system that judges, the student body. If someone offends someone, they can make a formal claim to us, and at the end of the trimester, we will hold a hearing. Everyone comes and states their things, and if someone is found guilty, they are removed from being further problems to the plan at large, and that keeps everyone happy and filters out the bad ones while also keeping the good ones, and that just takes out senseless killing.
May I propose to your proposal, please?
Yeah.
May I propose that murder remains legal for students, but is illegal for anyone in faculty or anyone in staff at Dragontooth, and we as the student body. The reason I say this is because this is indeed, as Penny has said, a villain school. Now, what kind of villains are you raising here if murder is seen as illegal? Is my question. But my other point to this is if faculty is allowed to run free and murder who they please, then what are they teaching us? Are they teaching us that we should trust you, or are they teaching us mistrust? And I think that no question, faculty should be not permitted to murder in any situation.
Let's take it to a vote.
Can I say something real quick too?
Yeah, make it quick though.
Okay, real quick. I think Bognak's been sitting there, and his whole platform was on, hey, everybody, maybe one murder, let's chill out a little bit. It's been too much murders. Maybe one murder. And he thinks back to earlier, like he snapped a day on Zanzibar.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna kind of stand and be like, look, I have the same thought processes of Eve. It's should be a last resort. And I don't think anybody should take pleasure in killing necessarily. And I think that's the problem we're having now.
Aviv thanks Bognak and thinks we should go to a vote.
I was going to say the same thing.
Aviv is in favor.
Penny says
This
no.
is just murder, no period. No murder, period.
Yeah, on the base, if we're voting on like just like removing all murders altogether, then she's gonna say no.
Okay, Ignit will say yes. Eknora will say no. Two Teeth will say no. Jeremy Hollins will say no. Ferris will say yes. Nisa will say yes. Russ Quinn will say yes. Ayla or Darkrunner will say no. It's all down to Ayla. She's anxiously like.
I haven't voted
But
yet.
I haven't voted yet.
Oh, you haven't voted? Yeah, you did. What did you vote? I already
didn't
counted your
vote, I
vote.
was-
What's your vote?
Oh. I'm gonna go yes, I think, just based on my campaign.
Taylor?
I'm gonna say no.
It's still down to Ayla.
Yeah, it's like I thought
All right.
that was gonna be the direction.
Yeah.
A representative for yes and no. All right, so Aviv is going to roll for the yeses. Who's rolling for the no? To convince her. It'll be persuasion. All right,
Me.
go
Oh
Taylor.
yeah, I'll roll. Oh yeah, Taylor.
Roll-
Get it.
all right.
Seniors.
What are you rolling, Taylor, for persuasion? What you got?
Intimidator.
16.
All right, you beat it. It is a no. It does not pass.
Damn it.
Aviv,
Gay murder.
Aviv sits in his chair, very frustrated. In the last one, also proposed.
Wait, and Penny just say,
Yep.
She's like, I just think it should be reworded and brought back up. I don't think that it should be taken off the
Agreed.
table. Absolutely.
Agreed. I think it should be not permitted for staff.
God, this is way too accurate to student government and bullshit. Can we just say?
You joined to the council. This is what you want to talk about.
Aviv is going to
You guys
say.
aren't following
I
Parley
guess
Pro.
he says
Somebody
it can be,
get me out of the jar. Like, I feel like we're having the wrong conversation.
We're at the meeting.
Hey,
Who are
B-
you?
B, I got cut off before I got to the jar point, so I'm sorry.
All right, hold on. We're almost done, Pete. Okay, Aviv says we will bring it back, I guess, in 8 weeks. But last thing on the table, the abolishment of the bleed. Aviv stands up. We can all agree
Yes.
on this, right? Do we need to have any discussion about this?
Penny's face looks like she's like.
Bognak stands up and says, they have been running countless false stories about all of us. Me the first week, and even though, I'll admit, it helped me, but you look at guys like Wolfhard. That's not him. Something happened to that guy.
Yeah, he
And
killed
there's
his
so many.
father.
You look at even, I'll say the other side of the table, Jessamine, Tuttley. She was screaming in the hallways that it wasn't her.
Aviv is going
So many
to
people
say,
are saying-
thank you, Bognak.
Yeah.
You have people like Duneberry who are actually reporting on some things that can help us. And then you have Yumi, whatever they think they're doing. We all know they're impersonating us. They were impersonating Bognak for the whole time. And
What?
you see you see Rive just kind of brush her kitty cat white hair eyebrows out of the way. Rive, you tell him it's true.
It wasn't
Who's
you.
Rive?
It wasn't Yumi. It was
I'm
Helen.
afraid.
Everyone's
I'm afraid, Bognak, your little friend is working against your own interest. However, I have to agree the story between you and B was titillating. Helen loved it. And just looks at Aviv. And she says hello. He's like, we're not talking about that right. We're not talking about that right now.
little friend. You say that Yumi's working against you, but you're working against Bognak. But I'm pretty sure after that first article that Yumi wrote, Bognak's popularity went through the roof, and everyone stopped looking at him like he was some sort of sour piece of meat.
Two
If
Teeth
I'm not
agrees.
mistaken.
Two Teeth remembers it actually
but-
made him look really good.
I
Slam
do
the
also
table.
like to say,
Go ahead. I slam the table and I say, I don't care how I look. I've never cared how I look. I want to be who I am in this fucking school. I care about the Wolfhards. I care about the other people affected negatively about this story. I'm here for the student body, not for me. And if these types of things keep happening, what we voted Aviv in for is never going to work.
I would also like to say that, as we all know, the bleed appears on an orb. Everyone's allowed to just not look at it. It's not like they're making you read it. You all love to read it because the drama is just so good. And if you believe it, that has nothing to do with whoever's running the stories. If you know it's all false, it's all false, Aviv, then you know it's all just for show.
Ignat says,
So
why
then
don't
what-
we just filter it through the council? Maybe we approve it. Aviv says, we only meet 3 times a year. We can't approve every morning story. What, are we just going to dump them all at the end of the
Filtering the
trimester?
news, but we need to authenticate it. So I think for now, no bleed's the right answer. Come back in 8 weeks and come back with a better news source.
Aviv agrees. No bleed for him. So
And
yes,
if
pass.
I will say I'll vote, but I will note that you can't stop their information. People will talk whether you want them to or not. It's just going to cause a stirring. But I vote yes. I won't
Aviv
stir
is
this
going
pot.
to tell you, don't trust Helen Shields. Trust me.
I haven't seen her face. I raise my hand. Yes.
All right, so Bognak's a yes?
Absolutely.
That's 3 yeses. Ignat is going to say, I think there is a better solution to this, but I agree the basics, so I'm going to vote no so we can table it and bring it back in 8 weeks. Aviv is just going to like, oh my god. Agnora is going to say yes. Rive is going to say, no, I like my job. Two Teeth goes, no.
Reve
Like,
snitched and then
Man's
said,
allowed to
I'm voting
vote.
no.
I thought
Reve
Reve was
left.
just there to report.
oh, yes. She doesn't count.
Reve
Um,
snitched and said,
To Bognak, Penny, Jeremy's like, I don't care. Sure, yes, get rid of the damn thing. Farrah says, yes, get rid of it. Russ is like, I kind of have a thing for Helen. He's going to vote no.
You horny bastard.
Nisa Hagblatt says no, her favorite shows are on there when she's cleaning. She watches it all the time, so no, she wants to keep that. Dark Runner is going to say definitely not, because it helps him stay of what path deaths are coming. So that'll be a no for him. And then Ayla is going to be like, yeah, I don't think so, which means it's tied and Tailor decides.
Oh my God, Tailor.
Everyone looks at Tailor. Aviv says, Tailor, come
Yes.
on. We abolish it. No more
so-
fake stories.
Transparently to for the sake of suspense, I would like to ask the DM out of character if any stories have been presented against Tailor or against the bald
the ball, the
Lost.
community.
right, the bald right, the
I
bald
don't
about
think
this.
it's a matter
Yeah.
of whether it has so much as like if you knew about it and how bad you thought about it. So I'm going to let you, because I want you to do these rolls, I'm going to let you make a check.
Okay.
If it is above a 14, so 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, whatever, then you have seen a story that you did not like.
Bognak wants to give the help action and go.
I think what's important isn't whether or not Taylor was slandered. I think the bald philosophy is
yeah.
what's important.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it was okay. It was
Anything
against bald.
above a 14,
Gotcha.
and there goes the bleed.
Gotcha. So just D20 or
A history check,
insight maybe? Okay, history. Okay.
because you've had 3 years of the bleed.
Right, I got an 8, so I don't know of anything.
The bleed stays. Good shoe.
Well, I mean that wasn't my decision. No, I'm
Oh.
voting no.
And we're
Okay.
still here.
Cool. Yeah, it stays.
Reve just like check marks next to it, and like you just see like the little camera floating around her back, and she selfies.
Let it be known that I am owed, by the way, for this. Hopefully the bleed recognizes my contribution here.
This is too real to politics at this point.
Right.
Inger takes the agenda. The
Sure.
secretary writes up all the time. The treasurer goes back over the notes with Inger to clarify how much everything's going to cost. Oh, and the last thing, because Aviv was about to storm through the room, the Special Achievement for Outstanding Student Award. This is to a student who's really great and really awesome and does everything perfect. Whoever's the most perfect gets it. It's a penthouse on top of the furnace to overlook everything, to keep everyone under its eye.
Ooh, a penthouse.
Yes. So what do we all think? Wink, 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 wink.
That
wink,
sounds lovely.
wink.
Okay.
Well, we
Yes,
all know
Mike,
Artheon's
yes,
going to
Mike.
get it, so I might as well just give it to him, right?
I
Wait,
want
is it Artheon? Is Artheon the one getting it? Then I vote no.
What a way to leave the room, Jess.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to have to vote either way on it. So
Okay, hold on 1 second. Yes or no? Okay, so Taylor said no. Penny says
Yeah, she says
Yes.
giving-
Aviv
giving-
says yes. Ignat says yes. Agnora says no. Bognak?
Yeah, why not? I want that room.
Yes. Two Teeth says no. Penny voted.
Yeah, I said yes.
Yep.
Give him the room.
Let's see. Jeremy's like, hell yeah, I want that. That's gonna be me. Nisa Hegla says, well, that would be nice. Ferris said, yeah, I know what the plan is. I mean, sure. Russ says, no, it might fall on us. Ayla says, hell yeah, I want that. Dark Runner says, I want that. It passed with flying colors. There will be a special achievement for Outstanding Student Award. The meeting is now over. Aviv storms out, pissed, takes off.
Penny
follow
chases him down. Oh dang! I don't know.
Well, yeah, we can go together.
You can open the door.
No,
You're gonna have to
she
like
won't-
basically
she won't go.
run.
No, if he's going, she won't go. She wants to talk to him alone, so she'll stop. She'll stay in the room.
Oh, okay.
Bognak?
Well, I was just gonna follow him and console him. Like I had no plans. So Penny, if you had something deeper to do, you go. I'll talk to Inger.
He's you okay? You're gonna stay to Inger.
So Penny, go.
Yeah, go talk to him.
Okay. All right. He's like going down the stairs, making his way through the library. You're just
Hey,
like,
Mr. President, slow down. It was not a bad meeting.
Penny, you
and
just
she
wasted 8 weeks.
No, I didn't. Calm down. And then she will approach him and start to walk the way he's going. To that they can keep this conversation moving.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, removing all the things isn't how you control the people. Controlling the things is how you control the people. You don't need to get rid of the bleed. You just need to know what the bleed's reporting on. And I'm the one who can do that for you. So just relax.
I'm
You've
not
got
worried
people-
about that. I'm worried about this staff. That was a moment where they got a true insight into the ones who could have control what we want, and we just told them that we're
we don't
worried
have
that they're
power.
going to kill us. We could have
Well,
voted
that wasn't
murder.
on my fault. Well, they have to approve it, and they're not going to say that. But they also think that we're unstable, and that's what we want them to
They
think,
would
that we don't have
approve the
control.
the no murders between students. Of course, they're not going to propose. I mean, all that stuff that Tailor was saying. Well, of course, the teachers aren't going to. There's no use even talking about it. If
They're
they're
always
all in a
gonna try-
conspiracy, they're not going to hurt themselves.
Of
We had
course,
one
but they're also
shot.
going to always want us to kill each other. They're not going to stop us from doing it. That's what they want. We have to stop ourselves from doing it. Doesn't matter what the laws say. We have to convince the people that they need to listen to you if we're going to get out of
have
this.
time to convince the people, Penny. Penny, they know Fendigar's alive. I know that Artheon is going to the teachers any day now, and they're going to be on his side. They'll sweep this place. They'll search under our sheets. They will look for any follower of Fenda, and who knows what they'll do. But they'll try
Well, how
to
do we
hide it
stop-
as like murder of a student on student. I just think this is going to blow up.
Where can we put her?
Who?
Fendigar. Can we put her somewhere else? Or do we need to give her to Artheon? He's already in such shaky waters. But he does have powerful people on his corner as
Elaine,
I'm
did you give
sure
the
you
money
know.
to Elenia?
Oh yeah. Sorry about all that.
Then we have the
Paid in full.
etherealness potion. Next week, after the field trip, Breezer's built something. All we need to do is get it through the ethereal plane to the outside of this school, and we can house Fenda out there and she's safe. Luckily, in here, she's got a tattoo where they can't find her. We just need to
And
get her
it's
out of the
ju-
building.
So you just need to get her out and everyone else is staying? For now?
For now.
Then I say, hey, let me do what I do best. Let me stir some chaos. If you need to cause some confusion with the school, that's what the bleed's all about. I'll make some calls and we'll make sure that Artheon has a lot of trouble getting anything done. Don't you worry. She kind of pats him on the shoulder and nods, and she'll depart.
As he walks into the advanced student chamber. In that Fey area, this big troll that's like at least 7 feet taller than B is just going to like come up with this big thing, big like club, and look out in the distance and stop and walk past her and jump from that cavern onto the other side and grab onto the jungle and kind of spread it, and you can see what he's looking at all the way through. It's broken glass outside that looks into a locker, and just fey creatures are pouring out of it. And you just see it turns daytime through the glass on the other side, as you just see fairies and servitors and all these fey creatures jumping through. And he's just going to like try to push the jungle part, but like kind of slip and fall to the cavern, but catch on both sides with both of his hand, and try to like pull himself up. What do you want to do?
B's gonna go over and try to assist helping him in getting up out of there.
Chaotic.
Oh, it could be even better because you gave him help action. No, it wasn't better, but still good. You just go over to like his fat hand, which is probably the size of your whole body, and just kind of help him shove as he gets that last shove up and stands up on the other side. And just kind of jumps back to where you are. The whole ground shakes. And he just picks you up.
Before he does anything, though, and I mean, that's fine if he, but like, after I help him, I immediately want, and I know I can't like talk to him probably, but in like B's little grunting animalistic nature, she like takes her staff that she has and she's like, hoo, 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 and like points to the glass and is like, hoo, 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 hoo. Ooh, like trying to tell him, like try to get him to go over there and help her.
You know, she is the queen of grunts and no language to communicate. So why don't you give me a persuasion with advantage?
Oh my god.
You're speaking to your people now, B.
This is what she needed all along.
Yeah, to not solve my puzzles and just break the glass.
It was a 19.
A 19! He picks you up. As he picks you up, you're just like, and he's like, he puts you under his arm like a football. You just squish into his like musty, hairy armpit, and he just jumps over the cavern and runs through the jungle, getting like big, like fucking lollipop vines hitting his head. Just taking you as you're being shaken. Berries are flying out of your pockets. You're trying to catch them. He busts out of the glass. As soon as you bust out of the glass, you see the locker room doors open, and like the scene in Jumanji in the library where the animals busting out. He grows big. His head hits the ceiling of the advanced quarter, takes out this whole side of the lockers by accident, and drops you down as like a couple seniors who you don't know just like back up as fucking fairies and everything are flowing into the different student rooms, and it is utter chaos. And that's where we will stop tonight and come back for episode 10.
Holy shit.
I just want to point out, you do look up at him, and he just nods at you and grabs his club.
And that bitch are going to fuck up Jessamine and Annabelle. That's all I've got to say. Oh my god.
We brought an army, y'all.
For real.
I found a friend.
All right, any last comments before we wrap this school day up? It's been eventful.
See you guys next time. It's been fun. You guys are awesome.
Thank you,
to play
Jess.
with.
Bye, Baldy.
Great time.
Wait, don't leave just yet.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll just go ahead and sign off. Thank you, everybody on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube for watching. We really appreciate it. Hope you had fun.
Peace out.
And we will see you next time for episode 10.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Thank you, 10. I have to.